The Kokomo Press Podcast is back, and this week we have part 3 of our 3-part series on Harvestfest. Our panel this week includes your headliner for Harvestfest, Dwarf Among Midgets. On vocals guitar, Matty Manaidz, returning guest. On drums, also returning guest, Messy Gravis. And the bass player / vocalist as well, Kibblez. Yeah, it's just Kibblez. They're all here to talk about their headlining gig and their newest album released, Chemical Dwarfare, happening at the free festival, Harvestfest, at Miami Open Air Auditorium, just like 10 minutes north of Kokomo. Come check it out. It's going to be so fun. There's going to be food there by the guac box, so bring a little cash so you can get some tacos, some guac. It's so good. They're out of Lafayette. We love those guys. You can also check out the vendors and see all the different things people are selling there. And I'll be doing comedy along with Brian Allen West, Sean D, Cool Cock Tim, and for the first time, Hypocrisy Jones. It's going to be the biggest show. So BYOB, BYO chairs, your own chair, and BYOKY, just in case, you want to get a little frisky. It's going to be a ton of fun. We talked about the show, we talked about the festival, but we also, talked about pop culture stuff on this podcast, including NSYNC. They're back together. I couldn't believe it. They're finally in sync again. We talked about Usher being announced as the headlining Super Bowl halftime performer this year. Heck, we even talked about Matty Manaidz' new tattoo. He's got a little... you can just check that out on the podcast. And, of course, we had to talk about some funny stuff like the piss jug and Taylor Swift and the cock block. And it's just so much to talk about. You guys have got to check out the latest episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast with Dwarf Among Midgets talking about Harvestfest, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and this is part 3 of Harvestfest, the podcast edition. And today I have 3 of the craziest mother frippers, because this is the first 5 minutes of a show, in the entire world. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. In the green chair, green very specifically because of the hat, he is...
Messy Gravis.
And in the black chair because of the beard.
Kibblez.
He looks like black beard right now. Like he's got the... with the
Arr, driving me nuts.
And in the red chair, you've seen him many times on the show.
Matty Manaidz today.
Matty Manaidz is on the podcast. And then, of course, all together, Dwarf Among Midgets is in the house.
It's that damn band again.
All right,
Damn band.
That damn band.
So we're not supposed to cuss in the first 5 minutes? Is that
No,
right?
it's okay.
That's right.
I just made that joke.
Well, no, DAM.
We need a Pope mobile, where we could travel through town behind glass and just
Yeah, you guys just wave.
for that dressed up as Mr. Wiggles or something. Just what is this guy important or something? It's like no,
No.
not at all.
We don't even know this guy.
Am I supposed to know who this guy is? He's waving like a prince.
Can we be naked when we do it?
Well, yeah, you can.
Okay.
I mean, you have
Be
to
all sweaty. You
have
can't
to
see
spend.
in there.
You have to spend a little time from the family for a while after that. But you can do anything you want.
Are you guys excited? You guys have been working hard on this new album.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm
when you
excited
guys
to
are
be
working
done
on
with
the
it 'cause I'm
album.
working my ass off on it.
Maddie's been working harder than we did. We just wrote it and then did what he told us.
Well, the first thing, let me go ahead and bring this up.
Yeah.
We all came up with the idea.
Yes, we consoled him a lot.
No, you're good. I just want to let everybody know Harvestfest 9 is coming up. It'll be this is coming out on Monday, so it'll be this weekend. Come on out, free show.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bunch of bands early on, so come out. Gonna be like a cool, chill, hippie vibe. A lot of music you probably heard before. A couple covers. I remember I've heard like Electric Feel, like MGMT.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Maybe it's Kids. Ooh,
There's always a drum circle.
That's Electric Feel.
There's always a drum circle
going on.
Harvestfest, always.
There's gonna be
those guys are
vendors.
chill. I like those guys.
After 4 p.m., the guac box will be there, so you'll get some food if you want some food. And then in the middle, we got sandwiched right in the middle, just like Kibblez. It's going to be some comedy. So you're going to have myself, Brian West Jr., Sean D, Cool Cock Tim, and not on the flyer, but you're going to see Hypocrisy Jones out there.
Yeah.
Special
It's going to be
performance.
a special performance. And then, of course, after that, Echoes from Oblivion, Resin AD, The Estrangers, and Dwarf Among Midgets, who we're in the studio with right now.
Yeah.
And you guys are releasing your album, Chemical Dwarfare. So you guys excited about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. This is the album cover, which you 3 blazing it up
Actually, no.
I'm not sharing.
Yeah, that's Jesse bogarting. And us be like, dude, the world is ending, please.
Kibblez is yelling. I'm like, hey, pass that
And
shit.
Matty's like, is that CBD?
I might do it. I'm gonna have anxiety if I smoke anymore.
The world's ending.
Yeah.
Jesse's just
I'm
sitting
getting
there like,
anxious about it.
At that point, you're like,
is this
give it to
shit
me,
laced
please.
or something, man? I'm seeing some fucked up shit.
We're just watching the world burn.
Hey man, I think I'm gonna contact how the world's blowing up right now. What's going on? Well, I know you guys, since you guys are gonna be releasing the album, we do have the track list. I know you guys have kind of released it online already, but we're gonna go ahead and pull
Leak
that
it all.
up.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Leak it all.
Anybody that listens to this podcast, you get the special treatment.
You get to know it all. We've
I
got,
did release it online. I was like, nah, we ain't being secret
It's
about
the
this.
best shit we've done. And
I'm
All you
so
pod
excited.
people out there.
I got to hear a lot of it, like some of the evolution of it. Just being over at Matty's house and hanging out and hearing it's like, this song's about this, and it's like, well, actually, we're gonna switch it to this. And then I get to hear
Corey
something.
was the same way. Like we be recording, all of a sudden Corey's here.
Yeah.
He just pop out. Like
Corey
don't
Costa, by the way.
don't be telling people what you're seeing, Corey.
Yeah, he said that. He was on the podcast 2 weeks ago, and he said, like, I've been listening to some of it, and I was like,
was
no,
there.
I haven't heard the shit. Don't try to phase
You
me
and him
out.
have heard more than anybody, other than like Courtney, because she's always there.
Yeah, Courtney's just there. Courtney's always there.
And my wife, who I have to prove that I was doing something.
Alibi.
I swear we're recording.
Yeah, we're
Listen.
recording. See,
we
listen,
wrote- yeah.
I worked really hard on this. You know.
Baby, I swear we wrote a song about anal. Like, no, you did not.
you didn't.
Like, I swear it's called Brown Hole Sun. Shut
So
up.
don't tell me you have 12 songs about anal.
Just tell me you're cheating. Just tell me you're fucking cheating.
They're all technically about anal. They're all masked and like it's metaphors.
That's true.
I love this, man.
But
You guys have such a crazy track list. I mean, obviously, if you guys have been following along with Dwarf Among Midgets, you've heard Gold R Go-Go because it's already been released. It's been out as the first single off the album. I mean, other than obviously Dettachini Alfredo was out as well, and you've heard that one. So you've already heard 2 songs off the album.
We didn't write that. The movie wrote that.
That was written by them.
We just pulled it out.
Yeah.
It was crazy
I don't
how it
know.
happened.
The
Like it was
spirit of the pasta.
Yeah.
the day of. Like we jammed like we played like that for one riff of it. And then literally, like within an hour, the entire song was done. And then the next week, it was like, now there's lyrics. It was just there.
And
I
then
don't
it was
remember writing.
recorded on a movie, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah, it was so fast.
And it sounds like a soundtrack.
Some of the best Dwarf songs are always like that. We're like, we didn't write them. We just pulled them out of the ethers.
And there's an awesome music video attached to it. So if you guys want to go check that out, it's pretty hilarious. It's got Scooby-Doo.
Starring Jordan Granger.
No, I'm in it. Yes, it's great.
And we are working on getting it streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Get it on Amazon.
What I think is hilarious about that is I got stopped by so next week we have a banked podcast. I don't normally do this, but because of Harvestfest, I'm not going to do comedy and then come back and do a podcast next day. Fuck that. So we're doing we have Brian Foster and his assistant director is AD and his I want to say gaffer, but I know she's not her gaffer. It's his assistant on his what do they call the assistant to the director? Assistant to the director. Because there's assistant director and then she's the assistant to him. But they came on the podcast and me and Hibachi Jones or Jordan were hanging out with them. And he was talking about this music video specifically. And he said that Michael Jackson bit at the end. He said, I died laughing. He said, I still die. He said, I didn't see it coming when you guys did that.
Yeah.
He was dying laughing. So
I wanted a cardboard cutout of Corey Feldman. Yeah. That would have been the best.
And we talked a little bit about on that podcast, which is going to come out. You guys will hear a little bit about it, but he did talk a little bit about you guys. I don't want to give away too much because we'll talk about it next week with him. But you guys are doing something special for Marijuambies. So
yes.
there's gonna be more to come out next week on that. So you guys check that out.
My buddy Brian in Lafayette, he's working on booking Corey Feldman.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude. And I go, if you book Corey Feldman, Dwarf has to open.
You have to.
Like, there's no. And he goes, yeah, that's why I'm talking to you.
That's a bucket list.
The funny bit would have been we should have revealed that it was Michael Jackson and been Corey Feldman. That would have been perfect.
That would have been good. They're like idiots.
Same guy now. Have you seen his live shows now? Like
basically the
Dude,
same.
he's out there hanging out with Violent J.
Dude,
he's a spiritual successor.
If we open up for Corey Feldman, one of us has to dress as a Mogwai and a Gremlin, and then or like every character's ever done a Goonie.
I'm Jason. I'm Jason. from Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Are you a Lost Boy?
Yeah.
I just want to be Donatello.
You gotta be Kiefer
I'll be
Sutherland.
Donatello.
Yeah.
Because that was Corey
No,
Feldman.
no,
One
Matty.
one
We said
and three.
goes a
One and
Lost
three, not
Boy,
two.
and he'd show up as Hook or something, you know.
But
never grow
I saw
up.
him live last year for my birthday.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest shit show I've ever seen in my life.
Just bad?
Yeah, it was. I mean, like
We definitely have to
'cause
open.
He was. Yeah, that's
Make
what I'm
us look
saying.
good.
Like I've seen better local shows.
Yeah.
Because he was booked in a place called Stan's Room.
Yeah.
Which is next to Pierre's. Pierre's is huge.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
moment lost. Should have been called Stands By Me, but
Oh, that's
got
good.
it.
And maybe that's why he didn't want to play it. Because he went there and he said he maybe sold 200, 300 tickets.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, in Stan's Room, it would have looked sold out, packed. It would look good. But he said it wasn't big enough because Pierre's had a big screen. So he could project his Corey Haim stuff on it. You know, the 222 stuff.
he was hurt.
And then
propaganda.
So the sound guys, they don't run sound for Pierre's. It's a whole different group of people. So I watched them try to like set up the monitors with the scissor lift, you know, like in the middle of Corey Feldman's show. They're in a scissor lift, like, please move. Beep, beep, beep. And they're like getting up there and they're plugging in monitors. The sound
As
guys
he's performing?
Yes. And I'm telling you, this is the best birthday present I've ever had in my life. You know, and like
amazing.
the sound, they didn't mic the kick drum at all. Like you couldn't hear the kick drum, and you see the sound guys like literally fighting each other. You know, they're
Just up
just
there
yelling.
fucking fist fighting each other.
And then at the end, I had the VIP, and at the end, they were trying to get all the people out that are not VIP, and this one guy just wouldn't leave. And the security guy was like, "Okay, you got to go now." And the guy goes, "I'm looking at merch, man. I'm looking at merch." And the guy goes, "No, you're leaving now." And like grabbed him, started throwing him out. And he
So many
goes,
fights
"Yeah."
with
And he goes,
Corey
"I'm just
Feldman
looking at merch. I'm just looking at merch." While he gets thrown out, you know, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, "This is."
You never guess you see that at a Corey
I know.
Feldman show. I wish I would have gone. I
saw
wanted
more
to go.
fights there than any hardcore show.
Corey, you're just gonna let him molest me right now? I thought you were an advocate.
I never thought I'd see weird people at a Corey Feldman show. All right,
That's
whatever.
true.
Outside
He's only an
of
advocate for guys named
That
Corey,
is
though.
true.
Yeah.
So-
That's
But
true.
my dream is to play with Corey Feldman at the Gathering.
At the guy.
Dude,
Gathering.
I've always, that's the next
You mean
goal for Dwarf.
Skankfest?
Yeah, no
just
shit.
becoming.
Skankfest.
No, we did that. Now we want to play the
Yeah.
guys.
Well, I think that's what he's complaining about. A lot of people wanted to play with Corey Feldman at some festival or something.
Yeah.
Well, I talked to Big J last night.
You mean
I
his
got
dick?
something he's got a surprise at Skankfest that you would like.
Oh, what's that?
Is he dressing like Violent J?
No,
He doesn't want to release
be
it
there.
because it's a
Oh,
secret.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be at Skankfest.
He knows the
Nice.
secret act.
Yeah, I know the
that's playing at
secret band
Skankfest.
that's playing too.
'Cause
On
he-
Why'd you get
Thursday
us? Why'd
night.
you get us back on this
We need to
shit,
get back
man?
on.
No,
You're-
I got 2 tickets.
No, we need to go play it.
No, I want to
No,
go play
Well,
it.
they said there's too many bands this year already.
Too many
I
bands.
tried.
We're
I already
OG.
I know,
tried.
right?
Trust me, you don't think
Well, you
I
guys
tried.
can't anyway. You guys are playing Harvestfest.
That's
It's the
what I'm
same
saying.
weekend.
Just say, look, we got better.
We had to postpone it. That's why we had to postpone the album release. Jay gave us free
Is
tickets.
that next
so.
week? Skankfest
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
This weekend,
Yeah.
this
shit.
Saturday,
It's the
Thursday,
same.
Friday, Saturday,
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah, we couldn't
Yeah, it's
do
the
that.
same weekend as Harvestfest.
I was thinking
release.
next year I want to play it.
Can't
Yeah.
do it.
They might
Anyway.
do it in Tampa Bay next year, which he was talking about. I go, go back to New York. I can't wait to go back to
I
New
don't
York.
know. I didn't like New York.
Chicago.
I didn't like our accommodations.
Chicago would be cool, right?
If I could afford somewhere to sleep in New York.
Yeah, that was the worst Airbnb ever. Me and Kibblez stayed at this place.
Oh my god.
And we got this Airbnb in Brooklyn, right?
Oh my god.
And
Forget about it.
it's literally a bedroom. So like
10 stories up.
Yeah, we go up and we're like,
No
and
elevator.
it's the sketchiest part of Brooklyn too. Like I'm like, I don't want to leave the gear in the car. Like it was that bad. It's like the end of like a alleyway.
Yeah.
And so we go up in here and they're like, yeah, it's a bedroom at the end of the hall. And they said they weren't going to be there. And so like we're there and we go in and there's just like the bed is just like a table basically with a blanket on it, and we have to like spoon to fit on it. And so we're laying in this just tiny little bedroom. It was like a,
They have to spoon.
yeah.
but it was like a closet basically, and we're laying there, and like at some point during the night, the people came home. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And they came in and started fucking in the bedroom next to us.
Yeah, yeah,
And it was so loud. We're just laying here, and
I'm like,
there's
oh
like no
my
TV
God.
or anything, so we're just laying in silence,
I'm
listening to
like-
these people trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Right
I'm like,
before
there's
the
no
show.
way this is natural noise. This woman has to be paid to be fucking sounding this good. There's no way.
It
And
was
you guys are like,
ridiculous.
all right, we're doing this war. You
Yeah.
guys started fucking.
It sounded like she was raping a rabbit and it was screaming for its life.
Where the fuck did you stay, mess?
I stayed at a YMCA with the
He
sheriff.
looked like a homeless
Yeah,
white dude
yeah.
there. It was
Well,
all good.
It was only a room to stash my drugs.
Yeah.
That was it. And sleep.
That's
and I
hilarious.
brought my air mattress and threw it on the. Like, I walked in and they had a tablet. Instead of a screen TV,
Yeah.
it was just a tablet. like
Threw it
attached
into the
to
wall.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is don't get an Airbnb in New York.
Yeah,
Don't
like
get
you
it.
don't even want to live in New York and have a regular apartment, let alone an Airbnb.
Get the YMCA.
That's
YMCA
why-
was pretty good.
That's why I don't want him to do it in New York. Tampa, you could probably find it.
Yeah.
I want to visit New York in a different capacity. You know what I mean? It was as
So let me catch some people up real quick.
Sorry,
you guys,
we're
we
just
talked
talking.
about this before, but you guys won Battle of the Badass
2019
Bands,
Bat
for
winners.
Skankfest
Yeah.
right before COVID.
Yeah.
Right before all that shit went down. You guys won a huge Battle of Bands. How many bands submitted?
Over 500.
Over 500 bands submitted, man. They played bands like snippets. It wasn't even like the full song on air. Then people voted. You guys won the whole fucking thing from Kokomo. Not a peep from any of the big news
the cool thing
publications.
is-
Shit.
yeah, it wasn't on TMZ or nothing.
I know, right?
It wasn't even a vote by the people; it was a vote by the comedians. So
Yes.
the whole 500, they narrowed it down to like the top 64, and then they
Yeah.
played those on the air.
Yep.
And each time they had a different comedian, like David Tell was there
Bracket-
one time, Michael
brackets,
Che, like
yeah.
all the, and so every
Mark
week-
Norman.
Mark Norman,
Hey,
yeah, and every
Tim
comedy.
Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon.
And every week they
Some of the
had a
best
different
ones.
comedian, and everybody in the room were the ones that voted for
Yeah.
the song. So we actually got pushed to the front by the comedians,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Which is what makes it so much better. When I tell people, I'm like, no, like, I don't like saying you guys are a comic band, but you guys kind of like all.
But we all love
are.
comedy.
Yeah.
That's
Because
what-
like he went to Anthony Jeselnik Friday,
2
and I
nights
went
ago,
to
yeah.
Big J Okerson last
That's
night.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did
You
a
know,
dwarf show between
yeah,
the two comedy shows.
It's like,
Yes.
That's what we do. We love
And
comedy.
Kibblez went to see Jimmy Shaw live somewhere in Kokomo.
No, it was what's his name that plays Kokomo all the time?
Mike.
No, the emo something.
Oh, God.
Emo Phillips.
Yes, emo Phillips.
I went home and spoke to
still
myself
do
alone in the
Yeah,
bathroom for like
Kokomo.
2.5 hours and cried mostly.
But yeah,
watched-
we love comedy as much as we love music, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
only makes sense to put it all together.
Well, and you guys just have that air of it. Like, when you guys originally started, obviously, it was way more non-PC stuff. There was
well,
you guys have kind of had to morph a little bit.
Well, we were literally
Speaking
children.
of Gold Go-Go, you guys were morphin' time.
yeah, we were literally kids back then. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
We had juvenile senses of humor.
And that was kind of the thing to do anyway when you're a kid, just to be
I mean,
rebellious.
we've got some raunchy shit on the new album. Like
For sure.
WWOD is the Kibblez wrote the entire thing, so it is the grossest
It's
song.
sophisticated, though.
It is-
sophisticated,
that's the least-
really offensive.
That is the least PC
What would
song we've ever
Odorous
written.
do? And that's
Yeah.
based off of Guar. Right?
Odorous,
Yeah.
your youngest, Dave Brocky, our mentor and our father.
Yeah.
One of our
Rest in
fathers.
peace.
Rest in peace.
And you wrote that's the you guys would say that's the most.
So yeah, so okay,
7 words is pretty brutal.
no, but WWOD, the content is
And they're
way
back to back right in the middle of the album.
Well, that's why I put it in the middle, because I was like, if we're gonna we're gonna back off some. Abortion 2's right before it too, which is
Hey,
about
diddle diddle, is that McKibble's in the
yeah.
middle?
Well,
That
It's
is
a love
true.
song.
so here's the thing:
love
WWOD
songs.
was a song. It used to be called Ghost Dad.
Yeah.
And it was an acoustic.
Roadhouse.
It was Roadhouse / Ghost Dad. It was the dumbest title. It was a hidden track on our last album from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was an acoustic song that Kibblez had written. And
His wife.
He had like the verse and the vocals like some
On
of it.
mushrooms.
And I helped him write like the chorus. And then it turned into acoustic thing. And then we added like xylophones and all kinds of weird stuff on the hidden track version. And it was all acoustic. And then like a couple years later, we decided to turn it into like a full band song. And so this is actually a really old song.
Yeah.
But it is 100% old school dwarf, like gross,
And it
nasty
is-
stuff that I'm ashamed to play. To be honest.
It is true because
I'm ashamed to play it too.
It is more,
I'm ashamed that I wrote any of it.
It is more brutal because he does slow it down, and you can hear every word. That,
The worst part is the
Yeah.
bridge, and you can hear
it's
exactly
like,
what he's
well,
talking
you're like,
about.
oh my god! And he repeats it, so he.
We're not going to spoil it, but if you want it, it'll be on streaming next week. Come out to Harvestfest here
Yeah.
live, and
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
get it on
Oh,
streaming. We'll also
I
have physical
suggest
CDs.
smoking a cigarette after you listen to that song. It's really refreshing.
But it is kind of funny now that you mention. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, 5, 6, and 7, right in the middle of the album. Abortion 2 is about a aborted
Revenge.
baby that survives, and then he comes back for revenge, and he cuts out his father's new wife's fetus and eats it
in front of him.
As you do.
in front of him and
As
kills
you
his
do.
little brother. So that's pretty brutal. And then WWOD, and then 7 Words, which is about the 7 dirty words
Yeah.
of George Carlin. So
I think I saw that on the Mary
obscene
Tyler
stuff's right
Moore
in the
show,
middle.
that fetus thing. I think that's an old school. But yes, that was that's not.
Fetus fajitas.
It's an old trope.
Fetus
But
fetus.
Yeah, fetus,
but
fetus, fajitas.
It is kind of funny because right in the middle is where all the obscure stuff, the obscene stuff is. I guess Brown Hole Sun, it's a love song about butt sex. That
Yeah.
one's a little bit
Beautiful.
Yeah,
song.
because I got one of those signs that you put in front of like a marquee.
Yeah.
And the first thing I put on there was "Feed us, fetus, fajitas."
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah, that was a precursor to the song. Now we're like, tragically malicious, your fetus tastes delicious. That's the hook part.
But my favorite song on there is "Was Bob Saget Murdered
Murdered
by a Hooker?"
That's my favorite song.
That is a jam.
Yeah.
It's a good
We closed
question,
with it
too.
last night, and it was everybody. It was good. Yeah.
So that's one of the questions I always ask people when they come on when they do like their album, or they're talking about their album, is there's usually a song that you love playing live. That's my favorite song.
Bob
And then there's a
Saget.
song that
Yeah,
like
Saget.
you love on the album. That's like the album version. Is
Well,
your
the
favorite.
problem is our favorite one to play live and the one we haven't quite mastered perfectly
Yeah.
yet.
I will answer that with, for me personally, was Bob Saget Murdered by Hooker. So that is my favorite one to play live.
Yeah.
My favorite one to listen to on the album is Orokusaki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The opening
I'm
track
gonna have to
after the
completely
intro.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I can't quit listening to
Because
it right now.
we haven't. That's what he was talking about. We haven't quite nailed it live because it's got a really weird rhythm. But once we nail it, it's going to be really fun. But to listen to, that song fucking rips. I don't even care. It's my own band.
Have you guys ever done that before? I mean, you guys have been together for, what'd you say, 15 years?
Yeah.
17.
I knew it was over
We
15.
will be legal next year.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can almost take us to a hotel and fuck us.
Oh my
Almost.
God. Almost.
In Mississippi.
I can do it. I just
yeah.
don't have to tell anybody.
Well, in Tennessee, it's all good if parents' permission.
You're the only 10 eyes.
Unless you're Russell Brand, then you just do it right now.
Are you from Mississippi? Because you're the only miss whose piss I be sipping.
What?
Sorry.
God damn it.
You're gonna make me
But,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
So so you think the same thing though? Like, what's your favorite one to listen to?
I like to listen to Art of Disaster the best.
That one's really good on there.
That's the one that makes me
'Cause
laugh the most.
and it gets me like my head bob.
Jordan likes
you
that
know?
one too. That's the
Art of Disaster?
That's the one about the room.
Yeah, that's a good one. You guys have a lot of good ones. Brown Hole Sun's really good. I like Abortion 2. Orokusaki's good. Honestly, there's not any bad ones. The seven words is good.
Defecation of Character is one of my favorites to play live.
Yeah,
too.
that's
It's a
a good
little
one,
more
too.
slow paced, but like the only problem with that song is like it's already outdated. You know, it's
Yeah,
Johnny
it's
Depp
about
stuff.
the Johnny Depp stuff.
But the song, the music itself is so, and it's so catchy. The chorus
It's still
is so
funny.
catchy.
A song about a dog being like, "How fucking
Yeah,
dare you blame
I mean-
me for you shitting on the
I mean,
bed?"
come on.
It's hilarious.
We got to bring awareness to the celebrity pets out there being abused, man.
Yeah.
As soon as we found out that the dog's name was Boo, we're like, that it rhymes.
It
rhymes with Boo.
Boo did
Like,
not
Yeah.
poo.
That is the song.
That's how Dwarf writes his song.
I did make a mistake on the
right there.
album though, and so I say I swear I'm a good boy, and I found out later on that Boo is actually a girl. So now I say girl live, but the album version says boy. So I'm like, I misgendered that dog.
Hey,
Well, it's
Damn it,
it's
I'm coming
2023.
for-
Don't you dare assign that
2023.
dog a gender. It could be whatever it wants to
Exactly.
be.
Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It?
right.
Hey, you mean they? You said it.
It's dog groomers
they-
got to end of therapy
Wait, how
and
many
talk
dogs
them
are-
Why
into
would you
being down
dehumanize that
with
dog
being
by
exact.
calling they and it?
Get my dog pronouns right.
Get my dog
Yeah,
pronouns.
God.
right.
Amber Heard would be that kind of bitch.
It doesn't say-
like, get my dog's pronouns
My
right.
cat doesn't go meow. It says they owl.
Oh my God! How dare
I got
you.
a trans cat.
There goes that one.
Sounds like a medical.
I
Sounds like a
think
medical procedure.
No, wait. So you talked about the myth. You're the only miss who's sippy. I want to piss in. Piss is.
Yeah, I like that.
I actually have this.
That's so great.
I actually have this.
Are
Did you guys
from
see this? This
Mississippi?
one got
the
posted.
Piss Jug Man. Yeah,
Piss Jug Man,
Oh.
the official mascot, Piss Jug Man of Selena 52 Truck Stop. So this is like a satire page, obviously.
Yeah.
But tell me you guys wouldn't fucking love it if you
Did I
pulled up
get
to
a
a gas
picture?
station and this guy. was
Did
up
you
there.
see him when you were on the road?
No,
Jess
but,
used to be.
but what I
driver.
did see is people throw piss jugs at people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All the
it's
time.
real. It's a
Yeah.
real
Like
thing.
jugs, like
milk
gallon
gallons,
jugs.
milk gallons.
I want to get a picture with him.
Yeah,
so
I'll totally get a picture with him.
I would get a picture with Piss Jug Man.
I want to pee on him.
In a
Though.
heartbeat.
I'm going to pee on him while you're taking a
Picture,
picture.
picture.
Yeah, you're pissing on
I
him.
love the flyer for Harvest Fest.
Oh yeah. I'll pull it back
Man,
up.
have you seen like all the flyers in the past? Every one of them, just every time you look at it, I just want a full size poster of it.
know,
on my-
right?
It's Elvis Christ. Oh, by the way, if you want those, shopouthouse.com.
Yes,
you can
Actually,
get what you
let
want.
me go ahead and pull. I actually have a.
You can get the
Shop
flyers
Out
on posters or on T-shirts, which actually I'm uploading.
ShopOutHouseRecords.com. This actually I sold this from your website. So
But I'm uploading the T-shirt design of the new Harvest Fest flyer this year. So if you want to
Get
rep that
shirts,
you were
yeah.
there, you can get that on a shirt. Also, there's tons of other shirts too.
And it's all print to order, too.
Yeah, so whatever you want, whatever
Yeah.
size you want, we'll ship it right to you.
you got the whole thing going on. Yeah, we even have. We talked a little bit about this before, but you can still get the DVD for Dead Genie Alfredo.
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
$10.
And
Starting
And how many
Gordon
tur-
Granger, Messy
Messy
Gravis,
Gravis.
and Kibblez. He was
Kibblez.
the meatball dropper.
Yeah.
And you as the director.
And my leg kind of
And the voice.
shines on the side for a second, and
Yeah,
like
you
half
see
screen.
Kibblez' leg for like 2 frames.
Yeah, and we were all.
I'm going to be famous.
We haven't all done
Still
this.
smelled
Actually,
them 2 days later.
Messi was supposed to do the podcast for Dead Genie Alfredo and ended up not
I
getting on to
know,
make it. So
yeah.
he had
Jesse got something wrong on his calendar? No way. Sorry, I had to.
Too soon.
That happened last night,
It's
but
true.
we don't need to talk
It's
about it.
true.
Are we going to talk
Okay.
about
I love you.
Matt's dick now?
Matt's dick. Oh yeah, we can talk. We can talk about
You got
last
a picture
night.
of my dick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it
look at
is.
that. That's a nice dick.
Well, I've done it. Got me a hot dong tattooed on me
Hot
tonight as
dong.
payment for Dwarf Show. What a time to be alive.
We played a show, and I got
A free
hot
dick.
dong tattoo on my leg.
Matt
Dude,
got
that
a free
food was
dick.
good, too. Did you eat that food?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they ate too.
They were hot dogs, but they did not look like that.
Yeah. No. My question is, what show did Courtney play? Because she got a tattoo as well.
she
Some
paid for
tit
it?
She had to pay
Yeah,
for
she had to
it.
pay for it.
Good. As long as she had to pay.
Technically, okay, here's the thing. I was supposed to get it for free. I paid him for it as much as it would have cost. I tipped him that.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
tip your tattoo artist.
We didn't let him
Always
feed us
tip your
either.
tattoo
We didn't let him
artist.
feed us either. We paid for our own.
Yeah, he was gonna pay for our food too, and we just went and ate. So
How'd the show
Jake's
go?
Jake's a cool dude.
He paid for my food.
You said you played in a parking
Well,
lot?
we know that you would be
it
taking
was-
him up on it.
It wasn't right up front. It was literally right on the street. That we're like 2 feet from the street. So
He was just so busy,
It was the
man,
tattoo
you know
parlor.
what I
It was
mean?
Rhythm and Ink Tattoo in Frankfurt, and it's like they have like a driveway area. Like it's probably 15 feet from the road.
Yeah.
And we literally played right there. So like we were in the middle of Frankfurt. People driving by like, what the hell's happening? So I'm like singing. I'm like facing them as they're driving by and stuff. But it was cool. It was like a tattoo event, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And they were doing $40 flash tattoos all day.
Yeah, I
So-
saw the booklet because Courtney sent me and was like, guess which one Matt's getting? And I was like, Hannibal Lecter or this one. And she's like, nope. I actually picked the titties for you, so I was pretty close. I was like,
Pretty close. Well, the thing was, I walked in and I said, "Okay, Jake, what's your?" It's Jake Peter, by the way. He's like the best tattoo artist. And go to him if you
try to get into them. You won't.
I just set an appointment like 6 months out, but
6 months.
it's not bad.
Killer.
But actually, no, he got me in. Like, never mind. I'm not gonna
Shut up! Don't blow his pot up.
But anyways, yeah, Jake is great. His it's so funny because like the last time I went in there and got tattooed by him. It's been a couple of years, and now like he's added all of his awards that he's won over the years.
Oh, yeah.
So he has like a display case with like awards. He's got awards all over the wall now, and I'm like, yeah. This
But I like the shake. He still has the shakedown flyers with Dwarf on them.
Oh, yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah.
But anyway, so we were. I walked in and he's like, yeah, I'll give you a flash, whatever you want out of all this flash stuff. And he points at the hot dog and he's like, that's the one right there. He made it as a joke. He didn't think I would get it. And I was like, it's calling to me. It's like, I got to do it.
That's funny. That's what he said when I first got there. He was, you were
pointed
getting
to
the
you
hot
too?
dog. I go, I ain't getting no hot dog.
He wanted somebody to get it all day, but nobody did.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and I asked him, I was at the end of his list. And so I was like, and at this point, they were going until 10 p.m. It was like 8. And I was like, has anybody else got it? And he's like, no, nobody. I'm like, all right, I want it then. If nobody else has it, I want that. So I had to get it just because it was the only
But
one
why the
nobody
leg?
got.
Just so you can touch it, rub it.
I wanted somewhere that was like, if I need to hide it, it's a dick. I go to Disney World.
Yeah, you should have got it
I
right
gotta
here.
be able to hide it.
Right here on his arm.
Yeah,
right here.
Yeah.
How
And
you doing, sir?
The rest of my leg, this is my like hodgepodge leg. I got a bunch of all of my random
And you already
stuff
got a
on it.
Krabby
You got a
Patty.
Krabby
I know
Patty.
that's the other thing. It was right above the Krabby Patty, so I was like, it's just
Hot
right
dog,
there.
penis dog.
Yeah.
So I was like, it'd be cool. Plus, I could be like, you want to see my dong, and be like, lift up my pant leg for it. I don't know.
Y'all remember Kenny, right? Muscleman.
Oh, yeah.
He has a Scooby Doo tattoo on his inner thigh, and he goes, "You want to pet my Scooby?"
The best inner thigh one is Van though.
Yeah, I
He's
love
got
it.
He's got the
Oh,
cuttlefish.
the cuttlefish,
From,
yeah.
So in Guar, Odorous has like a giant dong. It's called the Cuttlefish Cthulhu, and it's like it looks like an alien thing, and he like sprays it and stuff. But
It's a fish.
So Van from Lucifist,
It's a
the guitar
fish.
player,
It is a fish.
He got the whole thing
Proved in
tattooed
court.
down his leg, so it looks like it's hanging out of his shorts. But Jake did it, and he did all like bright colors. and stuff.
Perfect.
It's
He did it
so
perfect.
freaking cool.
The veins, he nailed the veins.
It's
in
the
it
best
and
Guar
everything.
tattoo
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Well, I did have somebody that I wanted you to meet after you got that
I got
tattoo.
crappy
Matt.
Guar tattoo.
This guy right here, Robert, he ate 10 hot dogs for breakfast this morning at the Easley store, so he definitely wants to come through and see your tattoo if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine?
What's an Easley store?
I don't know, but dude, Skins Hot Dogs, he said, I'm coming through and getting 10 of those
So-
bitches in the morning.
Terrible name.
Does
for
he
all-
skin hot? He skins hot dogs, or the place is
The
skins
place
hot
is
dogs?
Skins
Oh.
Hot Dogs.
He came in and ate 10 hot dogs for breakfast.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, by noon he's got to be like running to the
Shitting his
bath. Like,
pants,
yeah, dude. I can imagine. He's got like,
Heartburn
look
galore.
like chili dogs too from the
Dude,
Maybe he sucks out porta potties for a living, so he don't mind. He'll be right there.
Dude, there's a place called Crystals down
Yeah.
south where it's
Yeah.
like White Castle, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
sell little mini chili dogs.
Yeah.
And I ate like 10 of the mini chili dogs, and
Crystal's
it
got too much
destroyed
mustard
my
on them,
inside.
Oh, I bet. Fuck you
Dude,
hard.
it destroyed, like people rolling down the windows. Like, dude, it was so.
See, I've always seen Crystal, and I always heard it was
Oh,
like
don't
White
get the
Castle. I've
chili
never been
dogs.
there, but-
The burgers are good, but don't get them chili
The
dogs.
burgers have too much mustard on them, man.
See, I could eat White Castle like crazy, and it doesn't mess my stomach up. It's
Really?
so weird. Certain things will, like if I eat a rally burger, it will mess my stomach up. But I can eat Taco Bell, Chipotle, White Castle all day and have no
You
problem.
trained your stomach to only eat bad things.
The
Yeah.
trick with Chipotle is don't eat the beans.
I love the beans, though.
And then don't fuck me. I eat the beans, it fucks me up.
Oh, yeah.
If it don't eat the
Frijoles.
beans,
I will say, okay, the red spicy salsa, that
yeah.
will get me. If I
Yeah.
do that, it's not that it makes me shit, it just fucking hurts when it comes out. Like, it'll
Yeah,
burn my
it
ass.
burns.
Speaking of Mexican
Sometimes
food,
I like that,
what are you
though.
guys
Got
going
the
to buy at
pepper
the guac
poops.
box?
Oh yeah, the guac box coming to Harvestfest. Nice segue. You can tell you've done this.
Yeah. Nice dissolve.
Dude, yeah. Bring money. If you come to Harvestfest, bring money.
Yeah,
Because the
lots
guac
of money.
box, you wanna buy this stuff. It is delicious.
I'm so excited because
The show is free.
Yeah,
but
the show is free.
Only the guac box. There'll be vendors there. They might be selling some art. I don't know what's going
they'll
on
be
with
selling
that.
There's gonna be a lot of
There's
vendors.
a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
there's gonna be vendors.
Last year
So
they
I've got a
sold a
vendor
shitload
list
of
right
art.
here. If anyone
but
wants
to
see
get
it.
in and to listen to comedy, listen to music, dance, camp, all that is free.
Yeah, but there's a lot of vendors. Yeah, like support your local arts. It's all local stuff from around Kokomo. Obviously, Guac Butts is from Lafayette, but I did get a contact of another food truck last night, so maybe next year we'll have two.
And if you are an artist and you want to come out and just hawk your stuff around, we might not have a booth for you. Just bring it out, check it out.
Art,
meet some
comedy,
people.
music, it's all the same.
Connections.
And if you want to feel nice, go and hit up Caitlin from Creative Curiosities and let her know you want to come
probably a better
out
idea.
and make it, because she is kind of setting up booth area for people.
She's
So that
managing
makes
it, so it's probably a better idea.
makes it
So I'm
easy.
not inviting
She got
vendors
some,
or anything. I'm just saying if you're an artist and you
Yeah.
want to make connections with
sure.
other artists,
got
that's
some.
what you should be
It's an art
doing.
festival. It started off as a music festival, and it just became like all kinds of art. So it's like,
Well, we did comedy
that's
for the
coolest
first
thing
time
about it.
last year,
Yeah.
like comedy, and it went really well. I think people enjoyed it. Very weird first time on stage. I was talking to Messi about
Yeah.
before the podcast. First time on stage, doing it to like normally I go inside and do it in a room, and I'm doing it to a void, and people don't have to, like, they're not in an area, so like you're kind of, it was very weird. Also, there were some substances involved, so I was up there like, hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Well, it was also like daylight too, which that was one of the problems with doing it in August. I think now, since it's at the end of September, it's going to get darker earlier,
I'm
so it's going to be
excited.
so much better. Like the lights and stuff is going to look cool. But yeah, we also have we got a better stage this year too, so it's not just pallets. We have like a trailer stage
flatbed
now,
trailer.
so it's going to be a little more sturdy. Like we're upgrading slowly every year. But yeah, this is the ninth one we've done, and it's just getting bigger.
10th
and bigger.
festival, 9th Harvest Fest.
Technically, yeah.
We talked about that a little bit with Corey on the pod. Which shout out to Corey for helping put every year. Gives his area, helps to do. He does like the mowing, does everything, gets everything ready. It's his property. He's the one that lets everybody get this done.
Mm-hmm.
He's told us he fought off cops multiple years for you guys.
Well, because it was funny because we used to do our house at Kenny's house.
Yeah.
And then Kenny shut that down because shit got fucked up as usual.
Yeah.
And then I was at McClure's at like 3 a.m. getting nachos. Like stoned and shit. And Corey comes up to me and he goes, hey man, you guys still doing those parties? I go, actually, we're looking for a new place. Yeah. And he goes, dude, I got land out in Miami. And I'm like, we'll check it out.
Well,
but
he was going through like a depression and stuff.
Yeah.
He was looking to
That's
do
what he talked
something.
about on the podcast.
He was trying to do something to raise his spirits, so he invited us out to play, and we played that first year.
Well, he said his ex-wife was like, you know that guy Jesse, you love his band,
Yeah,
you
go
should
see
talk
him.
to him.
Well,
And then
no,
he said
Corey-
he
no,
serendipitously saw you. The
Corey
next
used to
day.
come. Corey used
It
to
was
come
fate.
he used to camp at Kenny's house.
Yeah.
So he saw what we can bring.
Yeah, it was
You know?
Cassie's idea, but then they just happened to run into each other when he
Yes,
was at
at
McClure's.
McClure's, stoned
So it
as
was just
shit.
a weird like fate,
So
whatever.
that's serendipity, baby.
Yeah.
We've been
Harvestfest.
pretty much doing this every year for 17 years. So this is like
We would throw parties for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used
for
to
a
do it at my
long,
mom's
long, long
house. and
time.
shit, like the
Club Baby
backyard.
Seal was the best.
Oh yeah,
so
that
like
basement,
some of
dude.
these
Love
people
it.
that come to these things like literally were there that first one almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
I've met people in the last couple of years that I've met for the first time ever, and they're like, and then they find out, they see my tattoo or something, they're like, Outhouse, like, wait a minute, and then they find, like, yeah, I used to go to a bunch of shows out
All
in the
the
basement,
time.
and I'm like, dude, that was
happens
my
all
house.
the
They're like,
time,
what?
too.
No way.
At
Like,
gas stations
So
and
okay,
shit like that all
coolest
the time.
story.
You can't see it, but I got the
yeah.
Outhouse Records shirt on right now.
But
For
the
life.
we got a tattoo on us, but
Yeah.
Jesse's got it.
I got
too.
the Bob Pelgen one.
But so
They
okay,
got a-
coolest story. So I was at a like a family party thing that my cousin was throwing, and there's a guy that he worked with. I used to work with, but I kind of lost touch with. But anyway, so we're standing there, and this guy, I knew him from work. We worked together for like a year. We never really talked about much outside of work, and so we're standing there, and he was like, he found out. He was like, "Wait a minute, Outhouse, that's you?" And I'm like, yeah, like that's me. And he's like, oh, I've been to your house. You know, we used to go to the parties, and like I've seen your band a bunch. I just didn't realize that was you because it was years ago, and I look a lot different now. I'm fat and I got a beard now. I'm losing my hair.
We're old.
Yeah. But anyway, so he's like, because he's like probably 6-7 years younger than me, probably. So anyway, so he's telling me, he's like, you created like one of the main, what do you call it, main character moments of my life. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, it just like
Origin story?
yeah, kind of like, he was like, he worded it something like that. But I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, I was standing there. I was at a skate park show one time, and
Probably Gorilla.
yeah, he was like, I'm just standing there, and like, and you guys were playing. It's like, I didn't realize it was you. And he's like, And in the middle of the song, you singled me out and you threw me a water bottle and said, "Smear the queer." And so like everybody kicked his ass. Yeah, he got his ass kicked in the middle of the pit. And I had no idea that it was. I just pick a random guy.
You can't say that now anymore. You can't say
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
No,
now it's chase the guy with the football. Stupid. But anyways,
It's
sorry, you
smear
can edit
the
that out if you need.
LGBTQ question mark person.
Yeah, smear
No,
the
it's
LGBTQ.
Queer just means somebody that's different. The guy that's different has the football. Like it's not. It didn't mean it wasn't like a homosexual. Like,
What was queer about him is he was the only one holding a water bottle in the pit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That was queer.
But it was just crazy to me
Yeah.
because like he remembered that, but like I don't remember who it was, and I didn't even recognize him. We worked together for like a year, and it's just so crazy. And then he realized who I was, and he was like, "Dude, you made me get my ass kicked in the middle of a pit at skate park like 10 years ago." And I'm like, "Yeah, that was no, it was even longer than that. This was." Like 6 months ago is when I talked to him, but that show would have been like 2009 or something.
Oh yeah.
So I take it you guys haven't been kicking it since then.
Oh no, he's coming to Harvestfest.
Nice.
really?
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, dude,
gonna
yeah,
smear
I
the
showed him
queer.
the flyer and stuff.
Hey,
and
throw him another water bottle
I'm bringing a football this year. We're bringing it back.
Yeah, what are we calling it now?
during the room.
Smear the straight white male.
Bash the ass or something.
We gotta come
Kill
up with
Bill.
Down with the clown.
No, we ain't doing that. There's going to be clowns there. Can't do
Yeah,
that.
whoop, whoop.
We're not affiliated with anything from Psychopathic Records.
Yeah, I am bringing a football this year, and he just told me, he said, okay, well, because I told him, I was like, that inspired me, and I was like, dude, I want to bring a football this year. I'm going to bring it back, because we haven't done that in a few years. We used to do that, the whole thing. And he was like, all right, I'm going to stay out of the middle then. I'm just going to step to the side. I was like, I won't throw it to you again.
Oh,
You remember
I'm throwing
how-
it out this time. Point him out to me.
Do it.
You remember how we started doing that?
His name's Jake.
because Psycho Stick was doing it with the sombrero,
Yeah.
and we were like, well, they ripped off a failed
ripped off a failed
escape,
escape, yeah.
so we're like, we're gonna rip off fucking Psycho Stick. That was for
Yeah.
you, Swisher.
But toilet paper.
No, they would do the short songs.
Oh yeah.
You know, they would tacos.
This next
Yeah,
song's called
like-
Nachos.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
The
nachos.
nachos.
That'd be it.
Yeah.
But that was a failed escape bit, which is a local band from like 12 Mile around
yeah.
Logansport.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they played with Psycho Stick years ago, and Psycho Stick ripped that bit off, and we're doing it nationwide.
Yeah.
So then we ripped off their other idea.
The sombrero and the sound goes out. The April Fool's thing.
Oh yeah, the silent breakdown.
The silent breakdown.
Go to the
That's
breakdown.
my favorite.
We all just mute.
That was so stupid. That was so
I loved it.
stupid.
I loved
It
it.
I love it
kills
too.
every
It
time
doesn't mean
Psycho
it wasn't
Stick does it. It
stupid.
fucking murders every time Psycho Stick does it.
Yeah.
And it
Good
murders.
time.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the fact that I'm going to pivot over here a little bit. You guys are thinking about maybe starting a podcast soon?
Yes, sir.
are. Kind of,
Yes,
Is this
sir.
something you guys are kicking
That
around?
damn
So-
podcast.
We're actually
More
going to
than
call
thinking,
it.
I think.
We're going to call it the Outhouse Super Show. And
Outhouse Super Show.
We're going to call it a show rather than a podcast, mainly because we want to be able to. We're going to do skits and like stupid crap. We want to leave it open to do whatever we want. It's just a weekly show, which is still a podcast, but
like fake commercials.
yeah, and we're gonna the whole thing's gonna be bits. It's not gonna be like real talk. It's
Guests, whether alive in the past, in the future. I was thinking about having Thomas Jefferson
That was
over.
one of our ideas for a Halloween one was to have a guest as a ghost, and we just keep panning to the thing. Like,
Can I play a character?
we're
Just
having
bring me
fun.
on as characters.
Yes.
I just
We
want.
want it to
I don't
be-
ever want to come on as
That's
me.
what I want to do.
Love
I want to make it more of a
100%.
character thing, like it's like a show, like we're playing like sketch comedy almost. Like we put in skits, and like we have ideas for stupid like fake products. We want to do like
Playing
infomercials
games.
for.
Yeah, I love it.
And like we just plug it all in, just do a weekly thing where we just put a bunch of random stuff in. We're like, it'd be fun, and then we can sit and talk about stuff just like a podcast.
Local bands and
but put
whatnot.
stuff in between. Yeah, so we can do a little bit of everything.
You guys
so.
could have a game where you guys call Smear the plantation owner, and I'll come on like, "Hey, how you doing, boys?" I'm,
Yeah, character actors will be fun.
We'll beep out the N word. Just beep out the N word. You're like, you just need beep, beep, beep.
Oh no, that's too much, bro.
You guys are just beep. I had a joke where like you just beep me out, whatever. Anytime I say it, I'm like, I didn't even.
I stopped saying it a while ago.
Like beat him up, get his
I'm
ass.
not even using dirty beep, beep, beep.
I would never call you a beep.
Yeah, we've obviously been focused on this album. It's releasing
Obviously,
at
yeah.
Harvestfest, and then after Harvestfest is when we're going to try to get it to gear to do that, and we're going to start doing a normal weekly thing, a weekly show.
Schedule.
It should be fun.
I have an idea. I know we talked a little bit about doing like Dedicini Alfredo 2, but I saw this and I was like, this might be. Maybe we should bring this guy up as the bad guy, the gabagool.
Gabagool.
The meat ghost,
The gabagool.
It looks like something Lady Gaga wore.
growing up Italian.
No, what's her name? Bjork.
Yeah, Bjork.
Yeah, both of them.
Don't eat meat.
Don't eat meat.
I'm wearing this to show you that meat's bad. Like,
Meat
what?
is
That doesn't make any
murder.
sense. Why are you
It
wearing
doesn't
meat?
make sense. How many cows had to die to make that outfit?
Exactly.
Your
All
fashion
of them.
statement is starting to get maggots.
All of them. Your fashion statements.
Makes me want to go get a steak.
I kind of want a steak too.
I want Chipotle.
That's so weird.
Chipotle.
You know, I would probably eat Lady Gaga with A1.
Would you consider maybe a floor sandwich? It's half off.
Oh,
Nice.
oh yeah, she
only
got
got the
the
floor
other day.
once.
They only hit the floor once, and they picked it up like immediately. Like,
Still
it doesn't
okay.
even-
I like that. Still okay. Probably.
I
Very
remember,
little dirt.
I remember wish sandwiches. Wish sandwiches where you had 2 pieces of bread, but you're broke, so there was nothing in it. You just wish there was.
You just got to imagine. there's-
Yeah, it's like this is
I'm
peanut butter and
imagining
jelly.
turkey.
Shit, we had
Ice cubes.
bologna on hand.
Ice cube sandwich.
That's all we had.
I remember watching
That's
Little
why I don't eat
Monsters.
bologna to this
You
day.
watched Little Monsters as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I tried that peanut butter and onion thing. No go.
No, thank
It
you.
didn't taste as good as peanut butter and tomato. Which
mean
is,
with
I think
Fred
what I thought I was
Savage?
supposed to do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the guy
I
from
can't
Boy
drink
Meets
apple
World
juice
too.
that much after that. I didn't drink apple juice for the longest time. Remember he peed in the apple juice.
yeah.
And I was like,
You're scared.
he's got-
What if there was a monster in here peeing in my fridge?
Yeah.
We somehow got back to piss jug man already.
Yeah.
Of course.
True.
That's
Move
awesome.
on.
I think we talked about this recently about the bologna thing.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause, like, I
I
was-
posted on Facebook like
That's what it was.
The struggle. I think it was on even on the press page. I was like, you ain't been through the struggle until you've eaten a bologna sandwich. Either or like there's 2 different types of people. People that like bologna and people that don't, and it's like because of the struggle.
Yeah.
And
Well,
to me, it makes
I
sense.
don't like bologna. It just has to be eaten
We had
sometimes.
bologna. We had bologna and Kraft singles, and that was the sandwich, and
Yeah.
then a little bit of mayo or whatever. But I'm
Mustard.
like, now that's why I can't eat it now, because I ate it all the time growing up, because that's what we had.
You gotta
My mom-
fry it.
Tastes like a cold hot dog.
Fry it.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Bologna tastes like a hot dog to me, and
Yeah.
as much as I have a
Except
hot
for
dog
I would
tattoo
never
on
put
me,
Miracle Whip on. I love Miracle Whip on a bologna sandwich, but I could never have that on a hot dog.
That's
I think
true.
it's the
Ooh, I never
hot
tried that.
versus cold.
Here's the
Miracle
thing.
Whip?
Don't give
Never
them
tried
ideas,
that.
man.
I do. Okay.
Arteries. Think about your arteries, man.
Here's the thing. No, I have started eating mayo.
Fill your arteries.
I have started eating mayo on hot dogs. Like it's
Really?
I only,
Yeah,
so-
you're who was telling me that.
yeah. Last night we talked about it.
I never tried
I
it.
put mild sauce on
Is
my
it
hot
beef?
dogs.
Yeah, he puts Taco Bell mild sauce on it, and I'm
This
like,
is
I
a
kinda
long
wanna try
con.
that.
He's saying, "Oh, it's mayo on there. It's a long con. He's going to get you to try it, and really, it's
Oh
just
yeah,
jizz."
really, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Well, no. So recently, I don't know why it made me think about it, but I only like kosher all beef hot dogs, like
Yeah.
Nathan's
I like
Famous
beef.
or like a Hebrew
Hebrew.
National. I don't like Oscar Mayer. I don't like the ones with the cartilage and all that crap in it. So like I like to get the kosher all beef stuff, and that's I'm kind of picky about it.
So uncut.
We had a really good idea for an all beef hot dog commercial. Remember, it was like real quiet, and they'd like go to an attic, and there's a bunch of people trying to be quiet, and there's like soldiers downstairs,
Oh,
and
Anne
you
Frank.
would look
Yeah,
over in
yeah,
the corner,
Anne Frank hot dogs.
yeah,
Anne
and Frank's all beef hot dogs. You know, she's like eating, everyone's like,
Kosher.
"Shut up!" Like
Anne
that.
Frank's kosher
I
all
think
beef.
Family
What
Guy.
you
Someone
gonna
told me Family
choose?
Guy did something
the
like
Family
that.
Guy did thing where Peter was sitting up there and he ate a chip.
Oh, okay.
And
But
he
yeah, I
loud.
was like-
but yeah, if you eat hot dog, it's silent. So.
Yeah, it's Anne Frank's.
Not if it's
Chew
a
with your
beef
mouth
hot
closed.
dog. That snap.
there's a
You got
Anne
that
Frank's,
snap.
the
I like
quiet
the
hot
snap.
dog.
I know. That's what got you killed. That's
see,
what
and
got Frank killed. The
But I think
snap.
that's what made me think of it, because like I eat those, like I put mayo on like brats.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder if I put mayo on this, would it be like? So what I do is I take the bun, I put mayo, and I put the hot dog, and then I put ketchup on top of it. So it's like almost like special sauce, ketchup and mayo together on the hot dog.
I got something to add to the Anne Frank bit. Do like, and be like, also, now you can gas your family without killing them.
Yeah. See, those are the kind of skits that we want to do on the show.
With
we
our
want to
new-
we want to do stupid skits like
Our
that.
new jalapeno gas.
Gas your family the safe way.
Safe way. Yeah.
Think about your family. Gas them the right way.
I made him cringe. Oh, no,
that's
you
horrible.
did it.
You make Kibblez cringe. That's
That's
something.
good. That's good.
I'm just imagining everyone in my house with the farts after like red beans and rice night or something.
Red
That
beans.
was last
I'm
night,
like
wasn't
need
it?
Febreze, yeah. I woke up this morning. I'm like went right to the air freshener.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You know what my struggle food was growing up that I just don't do anymore, and I mean it's good, but I just can't get myself to do it, and that's like cinnamon toast bread, or cinnamon bread. I used to make
yeah. I
like
love
cinnamon
bread.
bread
Yeah,
all the
with
time.
cinnamon and
dude.
sugar on it.
Yeah, and I used to like butter and then cinnamon, like margarine, really.
You dip it in syrup, and it's like poor man's French toast.
Oh yeah, it's
There you go.
delicious.
I do peanut
But
butter and
not
jellies
anymore.
Yeah, I can't do it
grilled,
either.
Yeah.
like peanut butter and jellies dipped in egg and then grilled like a French toast.
Yeah.
I put syrup on it, and that's probably not good for you.
My grandpa, he told me, he's like, you should try this. He's like, but don't eat it too much because you're gonna die. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, what you do is you take you toast white bread, you put some butter on it. It's like then you put peanut butter on top of that. And I'm like, all right, you got me already. And he's like, bacon. And I was like, ooh. It's like that seems weird.
You
But
put
I
bacon on
ate it.
everything.
Delicious.
Bacon goes good with everything.
And that's when I had that peanut butter bacon burger. I'm like, oh, it's literally I eat this all the time. Just
With
add
jalapenos, too.
Yeah, jalapeno. Ooh.
See what I do.
Peanut butter, bacon, jalapeno is on a burger.
and a
That's
burger.
so
Do you still have a George Foreman grill?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I put a scoop
I
of
got
peanut
one.
butter
That's
in
what I
my
do.
chili.
You get waffles.
Yeah.
Like
And then you cook your sausage patties and bacon and egg.
Oh,
and
shit.
you put them in the waffle then you press it down with the George Foreman grill. And you make your own little McGriddle.
I do a similar. I take
syrup, whatever you want.
I'll take like cinnamon rolls, like cream cheese cinnamon rolls, and I'll take like little sausage links, and I'll make like pigs in a blanket, but completely cover it, and then we dip it in syrup or like the icing.
We do the same thing, but we dip it in pancake batter and deep fry it.
Yes,
This is the Fat Boy Podcast.
See, Jesse had
croissants. Baby.
Jesse
Croissant.
You should share how you make your ramen. So
mayo.
He puts mayo and tuna.
Yeah, mayo and tuna.
Mayo and tuna.
Yeah.
That's how you make raw men.
Yeah,
Now,
raw man.
I will say,
I like it raw, man.
Mayo and tuna. That's how you make raw men.
I should at least spit on it.
I'm not a
go
fan.
raw,
And
man. Don't
I
go
use,
raw.
actually, ironically, I use Taco Bell.
Weird.
Yeah, see that?
So I'm not a big fan of tuna, but I started putting mayo in my ramen, and it makes it like frothy and creamy.
Yeah.
It's actually really freaking good.
Do you go, I'm going to go buy a bunch, do you buy like the individual like mild sauce, or do you just go steal it?
No, man. It's like every time you get a pack of burritos, you just have those. You stick them in the fridge, and
That's
then
what I do.
when your kids
You
eat
get 'em at
hot
the grocery
dogs, you
store.
freaking.
I get the bottles of it.
I buy the
I don't go
bottle.
that far.
I have a
I'm
whole
too-
drawer full. For every
Yeah.
time I go there, they give me way too much. I'm like, okay, well, I'll save it.
No,
So I also
They never
get
give us enough.
that mango habanero from B-Dubs.
Yeah.
I cook chicken with that all the time.
We just
That
bought
mango.
that. I have the
sauce.
we're kind of obsessed with all things Taco Bell sauce because they do have some of the best sauces out. Like, can we admit that? Is that too controversial? Am I going to be?
I like
It's good
Cholula.
sauce.
I like Cholula.
There's some good
Put them in
sauces.
jail.
There's some good
The
sauces.
avocado ranch sauce, that shit.
Yeah.
on
The avocado ranch, the fucking Baja sauce, like their spicy ranch, their little creamy spicy ranch. We just bought some of that.
I miss the salsa verde when they had the green packages. They don't have those no more. That was my favorite. I put this. Oh my god!
Just shove it in there.
Guys, I haven't eaten today.
I know, right? I haven't either. I'm like,
I think that's why this has turned to food.
But if we can do more shows with food payment, we can do.
If there's anyone out there who wants to hire us, we work for catering.
Yeah.
we'll work for food.
Craft dinner.
Got food and a
Craft
tattoo.
dinner.
I was like, he booked us like 2 weeks ago. He was like, hey, are you guys busy on this day or whatever? And I'm like, it's pretty short notice. He's like, we'll get you tattoos and free food. I'm like,
We're
all right,
in.
we're in.
We're in.
We are Dwarf Among Midgets. Short notice is all right.
Shortest notice possible.
Makes
please.
sense.
true.
I mean, you are a dwarf, and you need a short notice because
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard this. Just came out this morning, and I know you guys are super excited. I know, Mess, you're a huge football guy.
Yep.
I know that. Usher is going to be doing the
I heard
halftime
that.
show.
Is that real? I didn't know it was
Whose
real.
breast is he going to expose this year?
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
look forward to every year now.
Yeah, I just want to see tits.
That's a 20-year-old joke. Kibblez.
No, Janet Jackson just had it. Was that 20 years ago?
Oh
now?
yeah.
It just happened
like
Damn.
2008.
That's the last time I watched
It was a
football.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been that long.
2008.
He's like, I don't even watch.
Well, unless you count that stuff the Brits call football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be watching soccer.
Football.
Be watching
You mean
soccer.
every country except for us?
Yes.
I watched cricket the other day for the first time. I fell asleep in the first 3 minutes. It was still on when I woke up 4
No,
hours later.
you know what's good?
What the fuck?
Getting stoned. Getting stoned and watch curling.
How do you understand this, huh?
Dude,
Get stoned and
curling
watch
is the
curling.
craziest thing ever.
Watch
Like,
curling.
the first time I
Is
ever
that
saw it, I
something
was like,
sexual?
It's like shuffleboard, but with ice.
they just get out there.
That's not sexual at all.
No. Well, you can make it. You can make it sexual, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naked curling?
It looks like they're
Naked
like
curling.
Naked curling. I'm
Jerking
down.
off.
Nice. Yeah, you're going.
We should have that at Harvest
weird.
Fest.
This is actually
There'll
this
be
is
no
actually
naked
how
curling
they
at
work
Harvest
out. This is actually what they do to make sure they get their curling arm together. They do the cock block
Hey.
together.
I was gonna ask Kibblez if he wanted to get.
It's a
I've
new way.
I've always looked for a product like this.
Yeah, it'd be
It's
great.
kind of brilliant for gay guys, really.
Yeah.
It's just-
Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I thought it was.
No.
Not at all.
You put it between you and your buddy, and
Yeah, and you guys both fuck it. And you
But
both
you
fuck
can still
it.
embrace while doing
Exactly.
But what I have a
To
problem
show
with,
you really love.
the picture doesn't make
You
sense
have to
to
turn
me.
around and see his butt.
it. The picture is weird. Like that looks like uncomfortable.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense because like if they're
like on
both
the
on
stomach.
if they're on if they're both on two different sides, but like you could feel each other's dicks like coming in
So-
side by side like this, it would make more sense to have your own
Yeah, like
edge.
a,
The fact that they're on the same side is kind of weird.
Yeah.
The one on the bottom looks like his dick might be being ripped off.
Yeah.
Imagine you just like you walk in on your husband and his friend DP in one of these
That
things.
probably honestly hurts worse than anal sex.
Because you can Eiffel Tower it.
Yeah, you're like, hey.
Eiffel Tower it.
See that, but no, you can't because there isn't one on the other side. It's on.
Oh, it's on
both
one
holes
side?
are on the same
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you get.
That's the
yeah,
problem.
it's like a
See,
stinky pinky.
I'm going to
with only two
reinvent it and
holes.
put them on both ends so you can Eiffel Tower it.
That's what I'm saying. And then if you have the both dicks will go in and then
penetration
have like a
station.
thin layer between, so you guys are together.
Yeah, you can still rub each
Yeah.
other's dicks together, but
We just made it gayer somehow, but it still might be.
It could be part of the penetration station.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
It's an add-on to it.
We have the idea for the Dwarf Among Midgets penetration station.
Oh shit! Tell me about this.
Patent pending.
It looks like a Mr. Wiggle statue. For the people that don't know, that's our mascot.
And everybody hums
little
him.
Clown guy.
Hell yeah.
And it looks like that, but he's not. You can fuck him like a pocket pussy,
Yeah.
Or you can detach his corn dog and use that as a dildo. And then there's like all kinds of other stuff on him, like
Accessories.
It's like accessories. There's like 15 different sex toys
His
all
pet
in one.
dog comes off and then inflates into a dog.
shit.
Yeah.
Like a Swiss Army knife of dildos.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we do that as a QVC commercial?
That would be
but-
awesome.
Here we go.
That's
This
the
is
idea.
what we'll do.
We've
We're
had that
going
idea
right
for a
at
few
it.
months. So
Now for $19.99, you could have this,
Then
guy.
we have a countdown.
only 6 payments of $19.99. Sorry, no CODs.
And under
we
2
wanted
minutes.
to
nuts.
And we wanted to film it and like have like a scene where it's like it's all black and white. It's like your dildo's not working. He's like doing it all wrong,
Yeah.
stabbing his leg with it.
Like,
Aw.
yeah.
And he's like, try the penetration station.
Just have Messi just getting penetrated the whole time. Like, can somebody else switch out, please?
It's like,
Guys, I'm so sick of this.
Ladies, have you had this problem before?
Yeah, like-
The dildo's all going limp and it like breaks in half. You're like the batteries won't work. You know
ever
what I
get the
mean?
wrong Amazon package?
Yeah. She's down there on the floor trying to do a pull string to get her vibrator to work.
Okay, so this is actually that's like one of the conversations that sparked the idea for the show because we talked about doing that, and then it was like a couple weeks later when I was like. We talked about it like we should do that and we should not instead of making a podcast we should make it a show where we can do like commercial
funny skits.
A variety show.
stupid
Like
skits.
Kids in the Hall.
That's why
Kids
it's
in
the
the Hall.
Outhouse Super Show.
Yes.
Kids in the Hall with the podcast in the middle of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See, the funny thing was season 4 of this, I wanted to do skits. Like I was like, I want to do a cold open with skits. No, it's not. We can still do it. It's,
ripping you off.
it's not
No, you got to help us with skits. What are you talking
I'll help
about?
you guys.
Yeah, you're like
the writer.
you're like a big part of this. What
I'll
we're
be
doing.
there. You
I
guys
don't
let me know. I'll help however.
Yeah.
You guys know me. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But yeah, we were one of the things I talked about, and I only did it one time. I opened up the podcast and I was like, "Glizzy's so good." Have you guys seen that stupid?
Oh, yeah.
MTC?
Yeah.
So I did that at the beginning of the podcast, and my son was like, "This is cringe. Quit doing that." I was like, "God damn it!" All right,
funny
I
if you
guess
could hurt
I'm
him
wrong.
through the door.
Maybe I stole your idea. Maybe I got it.
No, you didn't.
Really not
No,
really.
we did it. We did. Remember when we did the Fresh Press? That was
Yeah.
a fun. We did like we have so many fucking ideas get thrown out because I was talking to the. I don't know if you guys have seen the Taking It Too Far podcast, guys. They're very funny.
Yeah.
This is actually a clip from theirs if you guys want to check it
Yeah,
out.
one of the guys. He was in our music video.
Yeah, one of the guys.
You got the idea from that Christian podcast you've been watching.
I like that Stormtrooper.
I'm ready for fingering anytime. I'm
Yeah.
ready
For fingering any time. I'm ready for fingering any time.
Yeah, I have to put that out there every time because we're in a war right now. We're in an all-out assault.
So is his pants always off?
Adam from that podcast, he actually played the creepypasta in our music
Yeah,
video.
he killed it. He killed
So
it.
is his pants always off? So
He
he's
was
ready
just
for
a stunt
fingering?
double.
Yeah, he's ready
of
for fingering
course.
any time. Well, he was doing the podcast, and they were talking about how like you like wash yourself, like or you wipe your ass, and he says he like sticks the toilet paper like almost up his butthole to
that's
wipe
gay.
it. And they're like, you're not supposed to do that.
That's how my aunt told me they had to do it in other countries. They
Yeah.
got one square of toilet paper. You had to stick your finger up through the middle, and then when you're
Twist
done,
it.
you wiped it off like that, and then you went about your day.
Yeah, that's exactly
No
how
hand washing involved in that.
Well, they didn't eat
apparently.
that much food.
Yeah.
In the other
Yeah, so, I
countries,
mean,
so they
what's
didn't
one
shit
piece
that
of corn
much.
stuck to your nail?
exactly.
That's how your aunt told you. My uncle showed me a different way. Put it in a different way.
Yeah,
Boom. That's where I needed that.
but after therapy, how's that going?
There it is.
He's prepared.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
No, that's too funny. No,
Stone Cold ET.
Give me 2 liquid dads.
oh yeah.
Dude, I can't drink that shit. It tastes like metal to me.
Yeah, lime water.
In the can.
Well, these
Heavy
ones are
metal.
actually carbonated with like
Oh, it's got
lime
lime,
flavoring.
okay.
Yes, it's.
I've only
it's
had-
seltzer water.
I've only had the regular water in the can, and it tastes so weird to me. I can't
No,
do it.
yeah.
I'm used to my water tasting like plastic.
I
not
know.
metal.
Usually, my seltzer water comes out of a
And that's
bottle
what-
and sprays people in the face.
That's what they're trying to get rid of too. They're trying to
I
get rid
know.
of
I
plastic
get
bottles.
it. I understand, but I like the taste of plastic. Apparently.
Yeah, it's like I like my water. Like
So
I
fake.
like my
That's why he
my
does this with
pegging
dildos.
plastic. You know.
I
Yeah,
love
of
the
course.
taste of plastic.
Yeah, of course.
That's how you can tell the fake people.
I never had the lime one, so maybe I like that more. The only time I've ever had liquid death is at like concerts. Because
Yeah.
you can't buy other water.
And
I would be
I love
remiss if I didn't bring this up. Sorry, I wasn't
Yes,
trying to.
yeah.
I do want to say, Messi, you also
Yes.
are
Drumming for a
drumming
band.
for Resin, and Resin's going to be at Harvestfest.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, since Marcus didn't talk about it at all.
Any
Yeah,
information?
exactly.
I brought it up a couple times, but he was like, I don't know what to say.
That dude, he's not in the band. I
whatever.
just want to let you know.
I listened to the podcast and I was like, Jesse, he just threw you guys under the
Yeah,
bus.
exactly. You allow that drunk Amish methamphetamine looking mother.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hell no.
That's terrible.
That's why I call him Yarkis. He's Yarkis to me.
He's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he's cool. I love
Yeah,
him.
he was funny. He was funny on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, he was hilarious. When he told me about his Santa thing, I was dying laughing.
I thought he was joking,
I-
but no, he actually does Santa. I go, you're nowhere big. You're short, like an elf, maybe, not Santa.
Give me a couple years, I'm gonna be a good Santa. This is all gonna be
Hell
white.
yeah.
This is just gonna keep getting bigger, and I'm gonna
That's
be
your
Santa.
end with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
It's not quite a bowl full of jelly, bro.
I know it's,
That's a little hard.
I'm fat, but I'm like thick.
You're gonna have to
thick fat.
you're gonna have to Twinkie that thing up a bit.
Yeah.
But no, this will
No
be
more Taco Bell. It impacts your colon. You know.
This will be Resin AD's third Harvest Fest.
Hell yeah.
Actually.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a different evolution every time.
Every
So
time.
yeah, every
Yeah, you
time
got
it's
two
a
extra
different.
letters this
Yeah,
time.
exactly. We're adding
Yeah,
more
you
shit.
did. You did. You added letters.
Yeah,
I love. I think Resin AD sounds cool.
I like it.
It sounds much more like I don't know. It sounds more unique.
Chuck makes me laugh because he goes Resin AD ointment. That makes me laugh
just-
every time.
Did you figure out what it actually stands for? Or you
After
just-
death.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, are you gonna give it another meaning?
Isn't it like actually not after death, but like an
Anthony Davis.
a Latin something?
Oh, for the years, yeah, it's like a Latin something.
It's a Latin 80s.
Because if it was before Christ and after death, like the Christian way, like he would never lived. Like,
Yeah.
Well, then there would be 33 years there that they're just missing.
Yeah,
So just his birth and then after his death. So it's all good.
See,
I'm confused.
we should just do it like Star Wars. Like they have BBY and ABY. It's before the Battle of Yavin, after the Battle of Yavin. Like that battle happened, and then it's just.
Well,
So are you saying we should?
I
Tell
love
Jesus'
Star Wars,
origin
and I've been
story?
really enjoying-
Like when he was actually a carpenter and he actually like made dressers and chairs.
This is the best part
The
of
junk
watching
in the
Ahsoka.
trunk.
I was been Ahsoka. This is all my favorite
Mary
parts.
Elizabeth, what's her name?
I don't know why,
Ramona
but
Flowers,
Her
isn't
head
it?
kind of makes me a little horny.
I mean, you
I
just
don't know
grab
why.
the back of
Handles,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
But we do have a demo recording soon for
Oh
Resin.
yeah, going back to Resin. Sorry.
Yeah,
We got off the rails. This is what happened to
This
Marcus.
is what Marcus should have done.
exactly. This is what Marcus should have fucking done.
Jesse.
Yarkis.
Go on.
The
Yarkis
you have a
Yoder.
demo. Yes.
Yes, and it's called the Cicada Strain.
Cicada string.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was
I think he brought that up, didn't he?
Outhouse Records.
Outhouse
actually
Records.
recorded.
I thought he brought that up.
It'll be coming
My
out.
buddy Matty Kroll.
I don't know. No, that's the name of the song too.
He told me about Cicada
Yeah,
something.
it's in one of our songs that we did.
If I'm being completely fair, me and Marcus sat here for like 30 minutes by ourselves waiting on Corey because he had to work and he had somebody at work, and then Caitlin showed up and we sat here for like another 40 minutes waiting on Corey,
God damn
and then
it,
we
Corey.
finally started a podcast. So it might have
And
been
we
just
thought
because
we
he was
were
worn
like-
down. You know, he was. Worn down.
But yeah,
We were only
basi-
15 minutes or so.
Basically, I told him that Harvest Fest is his test.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't impress you guys at
Test
Harvest Fest,
your might.
I'm gonna bring it to the crowd. Thumb up, thumb down. to
I'm
the
already
crowd.
giving him a thumbs up right
Yeah,
now.
okay, Kibblez gave you
He's
that.
got my vote.
We do
He's a
comedy.
bass player,
We do
that's
comedy
why.
2 years, and now he thinks
Marcus
it's
has
the
got
fucking
my vote.
Apollo. What are we doing, guys? Apollo.
You're-
We're
you're-
done.
Hey,
not the
nine-
first time he's
plays
done
multiple
this.
9
instruments,
years,
Marcus.
Nine
You're cool in my
years.
book.
I do this 9 years.
This is his thing. What he'll do is it's the most. I don't know if you want to talk
No,
about
do it.
He'll get like the multi-track recordings
Yes.
from Steven Moore's a Steve sound guy.
Yeah.
Best
Great
guy
sound
ever.
guy. He's running sound. But anyways, looking for your events. He has lighting, stages, all kinds of stuff.
Killing it.
Everything you need.
But he'll record the whole set and he'll have the multi-track stems. And Jesse will
He'll send them to me.
Jesse will take it to the person and he'll solo out just
Yeah.
their live. Like
Yeah.
okay, like if it's a bass or a vocal,
Yep.
he'll just solo and just play and be like.
On and off.
Does it sound
On
good
and
to you?
off.
Does it sound good to you? You're out of the band. I'm like, man, that is savage.
That's brutal.
It's not what
Kinda
we're
how you have
looking
to do it,
for.
though, I get
That's
it.
not what we're looking for.
Dude, if you soloed my guitar parts live or my vocal parts
Oh, yeah.
live,
Oh, yeah.
you'd kick me out of Dwarf.
You got more leniency because we've done good shows together.
He's never gonna
Yeah.
build a fucking band because he's kicking them out before they can even like build any chemistry.
But I can feel chemistry.
Well,
with
this
people.
is.
I respect it. I understand.
Resin is Jesse and Chuck's band.
Yes.
Dwarf is not my band,
No,
not your
not
band.
mine.
It's not
It's all
even.
of us.
It's
Yeah.
not even Dwarf's band. I think we're
It's
ran
Mr.
by
Wiggles' band.
like
It's
some
Mr.
sort of
Wiggles'
weird
band.
syndicate. We're probably by Hollywood, and we don't even know it.
You guys are being
You know what I mean?
controlled
Well,
by the media.
we've said that
Yeah.
for 17 years that if any of us decide we don't want to do it anymore, Dwarf's
You
done.
can't do it.
We're not replacing it. None of us can be replaced. Dwarf is literally, it's 33% of each of us.
Yeah.
Well, there's always hope.
25 with
If you
Wiggles.
if you guys, there was a little bit of a
62
break.
with
You guys
Jesse.
took a break for a while. There was a little bit of happens, and bands get back together, and that recently just happened with NSYNC.
Yeah. Lance Bass, baby.
They're saying bye to their head.
Dude, I want to go. Are they going on tour?
I will go see it.
Let's go.
This is Maddie and I love to do NSYNC and Backstreet Boys when we do karaoke.
It
It's the
That's what I'd
funnest,
probably do.
funnest
They're
karaoke.
fun.
It makes me laugh. You remember when Jimmy Kimmel did blackface as Karl Malone?
Yeah.
He did a joke on NSYNC that made me laugh still to this day. He goes, Karl Malone don't believe in NSYNC. The only thing belongs in NSYNC is Dirty Dish.
Did he do Malone or did he do Barkley?
Oh, was it Barkley?
Was it Barkley? Or
Was it
Malone?
Barkley?
I think it might have been
Malone?
Barkley.
It was one of them. Baby.
Yeah.
He goes, the only thing
I can't
belongs in
remember.
NSYNC is Dirty Dish. And I'm like, that's the funniest shit.
That's what's in my sink. That's for sure.
That's funny though.
It's like Jimmy Kimmel is using blackface more.
Did you guys hear about this girl in Kokomo arrested for allegedly poisoning her husband's
Hey, I know
food?
her. Sarah Steele.
That's
Yeah,
my
I know
mom.
her.
Shara. Her name is Sarha.
Sahara?
So was she poisoning it or just like serving him like shit? Like
Well,
hamburger
apparently it
slowly
was
killing him.
You're trying to
lorazepam.
poison me with this grub.
This is all obviously allegedly.
36. Man, she looks horrible for 36.
This is all allegedly, but
That's my age.
her 34-year-old man was stumped over a chair in the front room. Court documents noted. Apparently, it's lorazepam was found in his system, and she took matters in her own hands.
Yeah, that's my kind of girl.
You know,
Go bail her out. She's all yours.
Obviously, it's not your
Conjugal
kind of
visit
girl
time.
since you're still alive.
She's like, I want to feel you grow in my mouth.
another dude's Messi already got her pregnant. I'm
Yeah, that's my future baby mama.
He was
What
on
up,
supply. He
Sahara?
supplied her with the laptop.
Yeah, it's like, how do you think she got the drugs?
I've only ever heard that in like fucking House or something, like a TV show. Like, so I'm like, damn, how did she even get that shit?
Messy.
Jesse's got whatever, man. Take your Flintstone Vicodin.
The only thing I'm missing from this album is you guys need a rather rap song. What the fuck, man?
Oh, yeah.
They're all kind of rappy. You rapping, was Bob Saget murdered by a hooker?
That's pretty
Aruku Saki's a rap song.
No, but you know what I mean.
Like
Yeah, I
a
do.
beat-driven.
Yeah.
One of my that's always going to be one of my favorite songs you guys do because I love like the Mess Box 360 and
Yeah.
the fucking Hey Diddle Diddle, it's me
Yeah.
Kibblez in the
We
middle,
did it.
like-
We did it for the Dedicini premiere. No one was there.
Yeah,
No one
I was there.
stayed. The whole place was
You guys
packed
wanna do
for
it
the
at
premiere,
Harvestfest?
and then
I still have that
Yeah.
instrumental.
Yeah, I'm down.
It's so
I'm
good.
totally down.
It's so
I'm
good. You guys should. It'll be a big enough show that people will see it.
Well, Freddie
Bedrock will be
he's
there.
playing right before us again, so
Yeah.
we could do it again. We
Yeah,
could.
set up the same shit.
Can I just go up there and
do it during his set.
do Ed's part?
Sit
Yeah,
down,
intro
come in.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, intro him
You can go-
basically. Do the rap and then
That'd be cool.
Freddie
Open up his
Bedrock.
set.
Yeah.
Just say hey the whole
Like, hey,
time.
I'll just say hey as
Freddie
entire verse.
Bedrock.
Well, since we haven't done a show with Ed in a long time, I have an instrumental that's shortened. It doesn't. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
has our 4 verses.
I just want to do the haze and then when you guys come
Hey,
along.
hey.
Yeah.
I saw his wife today, Steak and Shake.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go hey?
No.
You're like, here's some lorazepam, just some
Very
very
small. That's a very
I was like, what you want? What you need, girl? I got you.
What you
You got whatever you
little
need.
white.
From chiclets
Big
to
white.
opioids.
Yeah, I'm big white.
What you want?
Big white.
I hit me up. I got you, man.
Big white.
Usher's playing the fucking Super Bowl this year. NSYNC is back.
2 T's, 2 and white.
Taylor Swift. Did you guys see this? Well, Taylor Swift is 10 out of 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. You guys gonna break this from her when you guys release the album? I hope so. You guys gonna?
Well,
She got a movie out. I noticed.
She becomes the
it
first.
porn?
See that? No,
Artist.
It's,
I
no,
don't care.
In
It's
music
her.
history.
It's her show at the tour.
Yeah.
You can go to the movies and watch her show
weird.
live. So she's
So
she
great.
tripled her money because she did the show live, recorded it, sold it, made the money, and now she's making even more money.
so people
in the
are
movie
paying what I
theaters
can
the
get
same
for free
Yeah.
on YouTube.
No, you can't get it on YouTube.
Well, bullshit. I watch Taylor.
No, it's on Snapchat. You just watch
Exactly.
all these
There-
stupid
There's
basic
millions of
pictures.
Swifties out there
Clips.
fucking putting videos up of Swift up there.
Well, not good quality.
I
Being
found out last
quick.
night Kibblez is a Swiftie, so
Yeah.
You are?
No.
That's
I came out to the car. Him and Courtney
He's a
were sitting in
Swiftie.
the car at the show listening to Taylor Swift.
Haters gonna hate, hate.
More accurately, Courtney was listening to Taylor Swift
You
and
were
I was
enjoying
in the
it.
back.
And you loved it.
Yeah.
And
I
you
was back
loved
there
it.
going,
Hey, it's okay. It's fine.
He said,
Sorry, I was down with Avril Lavigne. It's okay.
I actually like some of her stuff. I like some of the folkier stuff.
I don't know who sings any of these songs.
I still love Avril Lavigne, so
What did she do?
Skater Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And complicated.
Constipated.
Yeah. They're talking about eating Taco Bell. Yeah, man. I feel sorry for that girl.
Isn't that the opposite?
That's what this song's about.
Well, no,
That's what this
it
is
depends on
about.
how
Hey
much
everyone,
cheese you
your
got.
friendly neighborhood
If
vet
you
here.
ate-
Some days are full of cute, fluffy things, cool surgery saving lives, and some days you strap a constipated bearded dragon onto a vibrator
Ooh.
to help her go poop. Seriously, somebody studied this and wrote a whole paper about it. Best part is I had to use the company credit card to go buy it, Jack and Jill, and it worked. So they bought a vibrator to put on this fucking.
So we mentioned constipated, and you have a clip. You
I'm
calling bullshit.
I call
man.
bullshit.
Yeah, because I have definitely used a
Yeah, I've
vibrator on a
tried
lot of
that. It
lizards.
doesn't work.
Never
It doesn't
poop.
stick. It
Never
never
poop.
sticks.
It never
Never
pooped. Not
sticks.
one time.
I tried Staples. Yeah, I call bullshit.
No. Yeah.
Every time I use my vibrator, it actually causes me to be more constipated. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you need to quit
Pushing
getting
shit in.
vibrators stuck in your butt, dude.
I keep
Yeah.
getting impacted impacted it.
It's just in there. That's what it is.
You're going to get toxic shock syndrome.
Hey, is your phone on vibrate? You're getting a call? Oh, no, I don't want to talk about it. I'll be back.
Is that when
You just said something brilliant, though.
What?
I never thought about that. Like, people that say Taco Bell, like, makes you shit. But, like, if you just get, like, extra cheese on everything, it's going to cancel it out.
Yeah, it's like
Maybe that's why it doesn't mess with my stomach.
That's
it
like,
makes you shit, but then it constipates and it cancels it out.
That's why if you do heroin, you do coke to help you poop.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the same
thing.
There you go. Do the Jim Morrison thing.
Figured it out.
Hello,
Professor Kibblez over here.
Extra cheese.
Dr. Kibblez. Dr. Kibblez.
Dr. Kibblez
I
at your
did spend
service.
7 years in Kibble school to be.
Your arch
Thank you,
nemesis,
Austin
Dr.
Powers.
Pepper. Dr. Pepper's your arch nemesis.
This is literally something I would imagine something on Fallout.
Meh.
80,000 mouse brain cells used to build a living computer.
Nice.
That's what. Oh, sweet.
You know, I was wondering what they were going to do with all those mouse brain cells, anyways, that they had laying around.
You've probably been wondering what you're going to do with yours.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know what I do with mine. Stew.
So I wonder.
Who's Stu?
I wonder how much
I
brain.
sell them the stew.
Stu Pickles?
Yeah.
I wonder how much
Stew
mouse
pickles.
brain cells go on the black market for.
Yeah.
$3. $3 an ounce.
Midichlorians.
I'm gonna ask my dude next time. Go, hey, got any of that mouse brain cells, man? I heard
mouse brain cells
heard
like
that
you-
shit's going around. Some of that
I need
killer
to
shit.
use that shit, man.
Make- Making computers.
So they put the mouse brain cells into.
Microchips.
Is that, I don't understand how that works.
Microwaves?
I need to read the article.
I've only done
I'm very
microwaves. I've not
confused
put them in
about
microchips.
It just sounds like some Fallout shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
okay, so they're using AI. They just put those brain cells in there
Yes.
just to make it seem like they're doing it. Because they just use AI to make it.
They're
look
the AI.
The mice.
the mice.
It's the mice the whole time.
That's
you
what
all-
I've been doing.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Skynet.
Galaxy.
Think about how many of them there are in New York. They probably all banded together underneath.
No, those are
there.
rats.
They chewed through the internet
Totally
wires.
Yeah.
Rats are totally different than mice.
I don't know. I'm not good on my species of rodents. You know.
The arachne for robi, whatever the name for the rat.
The other
rats
day,
outside.
I passed a dumpster and I was like, a capybara. And I guess I was wrong. Turns out it was a possum.
You idiot! That's digititis miraculous.
You sound like you're doing a Harry Potter spell.
I know. Vominos.
Vomit nose.
Yo,
No,
kilo-
that's
yo, kilo
Dora.
Taco Bell.
Vominos is Dora, man.
Oh yeah.
Vominos is Dora.
Yeah.
Car,
Vominos.
And
bar,
boots. And boots.
back toilet.
Did you guys ever see that Dora the Explorer movie that came out?
Yeah, I actually
No, I didn't
accidentally
watch
did
it.
that once.
Was it good?
Yep, no,
No.
sure
I don't have
wasn't.
children, fuck them kids, so I wouldn't have seen that.
Neither do I. No, I'm kidding.
Neither do I. Neither
They're
do
not
I.
kids anymore.
I just need to see if it held up.
I just thought maybe you'd believe me.
Did you guys watch The Machine yet? It's on Netflix.
Yes.
No, I haven't.
I watched
need to check
it.
out.
I want to check it out.
I watched it last night when I was in a traffic jam for 2 hours.
It's in a traffic jam.
It was bullshit.
You for real? You're
Like I was on 465 North, and all of a sudden my phone was like, "Do you want a different route?" I went, "No."
Why would I want to do that?
You fucked up.
And then, but it had like red, and it said plus 6 minutes. So I was like, "Oh, that ain't too bad." But apparently there was a high speed chase, so they shut all traffic down for like 2 hours.
It was the chick that poisoned her husband. She was,
Was it
wobbling around.
on the way or after the show?
After the show,
Thank
dude, I
God.
fell asleep. Dude, I'm like,
At least you weren't late to the show.
and I was like, I'm watching Machine on my
Yeah.
phone on Netflix. You know,
Dude, that happened to us. So we went to Florida a couple weeks ago, and driving down, there was apparently a wreck. It didn't give me an alternate because we were just on the interstate. And it was like in the middle of the mountains, like Tennessee, Georgia area, and like there was a wreck, and we were sitting there. I watched 2 episodes of Prison Break, so that's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I got back into Prison Break recently. Like
Which season are you
after he gets
I'm on
out,
season
that's,
2.
it
I've
sucks.
watched it before, but like I never watched the new series that they
Yeah.
redid. So I'm like, I need to watch the whole thing again, and that show just it hooks me. I don't know what it is.
It's
but
such a crazy ass show.
it's crazy as hell.
It's insane.
But we were stuck. Yeah, we were literally sitting still, not moving for
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
I don't
We-
watch-
We got up there, and it was a car that earlier on had flown by us doing like 100. You know, I was doing like 80 on there, and they had to be doing 110 easy.
Damn.
They flew by, and we finally get up there after an hour and a half, and
And it's him.
he had run into a rail, and his whole like half the car was smashed. I'm like, damn. But yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I don't
Florida.
watch movies
Yeah.
and vans
Florida's trash.
anymore, and that's Jesse's fault.
What happened?
Don't molest him, I swear.
Richmond, Virginia, all the way. He tortured us with the movie Hook. It's like
Well,
it played
Robin
for
Williams
14
just died.
Hours.
Robin
It
Williams
played for
just died.
14
hours
hours
of Hook.
straight. And
Robin Williams
on
died,
the
you
way
have to
back,
tribute him.
But it's such a good
what else are
movie.
you gonna watch, Jack?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
But that movie is so good. It was only like 4 times. There were 14 hours, like 4 hooks.
Yeah.
Fucking Americans won't use anything other
That's
than
how I
metric
judged
system.
it. That's how I judged it. Yeah. It was 4.5 hooks.
Yeah, so now every
How long
time
until the show?
every time I
Six
see
hooks?
credits while I'm in a van,
a
I
long
get
time.
PTSD and I start freaking out. I start going, hook, show us the hook.
I'd always go, not the boo box.
Just Dustin Hoffman. I didn't even know that was Dustin Hoffman for the longest time.
Dude, I didn't
I
either.
loved
It's
it.
such a
I
good
loved
job.
it.
Older.
I look huge to 11-year-old.
Whoa.
Whoa. Dustin Hoffman, chill out there, buddy.
Because I thought you'd be bigger. I look huge to 11-year-old.
Whoa.
That was written in the script.
Yeah, that was in the script, bro. Now you know what Corey Feldman was bitching about.
Yeah, he was upset. He was like, how dare you?
We just uncover a conspiracy.
I wanted
Dustin
to be-
Hoffman raped Corey
I was in the
Feldman.
Lost Boys. Why can't I
It
be in
wasn't
Lost
Charlie
Boys?
Sheen.
Raped.
It wasn't Charlie Sheen. It was Dustin Hoffman.
The whole time.
I never believed it was Charlie Sheen anyway.
Well, on the set of Lucas. That's what they said.
Just kidding.
Set of Lucas.
Just
he fucked
kidding.
Charlie
Rest in
Sheen.
peace, Dustin Hoffman.
He's not dead.
I know.
I know.
Not yet.
Yeah, but he's asleep. He's taking a nap.
Rest in peace.
Is that yeah? Oh, I hope you sleep good.
Rest in peace.
We decided
I'm
we're
not
gonna
dead. I was like-
we're gonna do a too soon version, but none of the people are gonna be dead yet. Just they're knocking.
When he dies,
time.
is he no longer Dustin? Is he in dust?
What?
He's been dusted.
He's been dusted.
Been dusted Hoffman.
Ben Dustin.
Need a dust buster
Dust in
to clean up the dust from Dusted Hoffman.
Dustin Peace.
Dustin Peace.
It's a good name for a fucking wrestler. Dustin Peace.
Dustin Peace.
Dustin Peace.
No peace.
There's so many
Dustin
dudes.
Peace.
There's so many dudes.
That's his catchphrase. You got it.
There's fucking so
He comes out to Eddie
Just
Van Halen.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Just Incredible is like the most overused wrestling name I
I
think
love
of all
Just
time.
Incredible.
But it's like the most over. Like I've seen it so many. Like so
Oh,
many.
yeah.
Just in time.
Just Incredible. And there's been like a million. I go to like when I went to like a small wrestling shows when I was younger. It was always a dude named Just
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
A lot of Grams, too. I noticed that. A lot of Grams.
Just Incredible was a big wrestler, though, so I feel like they wouldn't just like rip him off. Like he was around for a long
No,
time.
but he didn't have a trademark like Doink the Clown.
So they just took
basically, yeah,
his
they
name?
just
That's
took it.
so
Oh yeah, there's a lot of local people that do that shit.
Yeah.
They just take names.
And it's just like you just use your first name and then like.
Because I wanted to do
Well,
the
Justin something, yeah, Justin Impossible.
Yeah, I want to go out as
Just in
Jake the
time.
Snake Roberts. I want to be a famous wrestler.
I don't think I've ever heard that one. So
No.
yeah, there you go.
Who's that dude?
Well, I did want to show you guys this really cool commercial I saw. I thought maybe you guys would want to check it out.
Oh.
Do some commentary.
Mess, you about done? You're going to be late for Harvestfest.
What the hell is Harvestfest? Man, I'd rather go out and dance.
Go out and dance. There's going to be plenty of music at Harvestfest. Dwarf Among Midgets is releasing their album, Chemical Dwarfare.
Breaking the
puts
dwarf
baby
wall.
in a corner.
Strangers, Resin AD, Freddie Bedrock, Patron, Echoes from Oblivion.
Let me
There's gonna
read
be all
this
kinds
off
of
the
music
ground.
you can dance to.
Man, that's a lot of stuff. Dude, I want to laugh too.
Laugh. You can laugh too. There's all kinds of comedy. We got comedy by Jordan Granger. We got Cool Cock Tim, Sean D, Hypocrisy Jones, and Brian West
Oh,
Jr.
Junior.
I just took a giant shit. You know, I'm going to be hungry. There's going to be
Food there?
Yeah, there's gonna be food from the Guac Box. They're coming all the way from Lafayette to serve us like all kinds of awesome burritos and tacos.
Tacos and
I
nachos.
don't know. I'd rather stay home and drink and
Masturbate.
Well, you're in luck because you could show up, you could BYOB, and then you could set up in camp all night. There's gonna be tons of
And
vendors
masturbate in
stuff.
front of all of our
It's free
patrons. Yeah.
Vendors.
But I don't want to travel.
Yeah.
What do you mean travel? It's only 10 minutes north of Kokomo.
All right. Give me a second to wipe.
Give you a second to what?
Wipe.
Wipe? Jesse, you're in the closet.
September 30th, Harvest
That's
Fest.
Hiroku Saki, by the way, on the album.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little
We
gay.
I'll
haven't
play a little
released
bit.
it yet, but that little clip.
Yeah.
Sorry, it always does that whenever I'm
And,
playing the video.
little gay innuendo jokes. Messy's in the closet, shitting. If you come out, you might see me come out.
He's a
of the
closet shitter. He doesn't want people to
Yes.
know he does that. He doesn't
found
poop
out-
in public
I
places.
was going to make fun of Courtney for being a terrible cameraman, and I found out it was actually
Kibblez.
Kibblez.
It was me.
Yeah. I'm like, why is this fucking head cut off? I always get shit for that.
Well, originally,
Well, we didn't have room. I was stuck in the back
No,
against
all
the
you do is
wall.
this. No,
I had nowhere else I could go.
Gotcha.
well, originally Kibblez was the star,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was doing the video stuff, and like he kept having to look down, and like, I
But
was
then
like,
he did it anyways.
First take.
I was like, yeah, I know.
First take.
But I made it look like I was listening.
No,
you
you
know. You told me that day. You said, no, it's fine. It looks like you're just listening to him.
Yeah.
You should have been like, hey, you should have been like,
Yeah, but then I watched it.
you're in the closet. Have you even seen? Where's Kibblez? You should have been like, you should have had Kibblez be like, oh, I'm in here with him. And that should have been the end of it.
Oh, I don't
That
think
would have
it'd
been
be.
funny.
I'm helping
This
him
is why
wipe.
you're a writer on the.
I'm helping him wipe.
I'm the butt wiper.
Yeah, Kibblez handed me the toilet paper. I should have been in there with you. Yeah.
Well,
what's up?
yeah, that was still one take though. I did it all in one.
That
take.
was
No,
good.
yeah,
That was
fine.
fine.
It
I only
looked
jumped in
great.
after it was like 6 takes. We just
Plus
You did,
Kibblez.
you did a great job. You articulate better than I did.
Well, you were talking a mile a minute.
Yeah.
I was
was.
like slow.
You gotta-
Well,
down.
like I said, I had just done a bunch of crack before I went through it. And I was
You gotta give the
really
information
strong
to the
out.
people. Yeah.
No, you didn't say
bunch of
crack.
crack.
You said residue from your crack pipe, so that's totally different.
Hey, man, don't I'm broke. Don't tell me I'm broke, all right, bro? That's my business, all right? Damn.
Hell yeah.
You call me out.
Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to throw it up one more time and let everybody know we've got Harvestfest. It's going to be
September
this
30th.
Saturday. Come out. It's a free show. You can camp if you want. BYOB, BYOL. That's
KY.
bring your own lotion.
BYOKY.
Bring your own
That was all the
KY.
thing.
Bring out. There's going to be some guac box. Make sure you bring your money for vendors. Guac box. Going to be drinks. There's going to be all kinds of stuff.
And
going
bring
on
your
out
own chairs too.
Bring your own
Comedy
chairs.
yeah.
Yeah, bring your own
Comedy,
chairs. Have
comedy,
people sit down.
Dwarf Among Midgets is releasing Chemical Dwarfare, Resident AD, The Estrangers, Echoes from Oblivion, Patron, Freddy Bedrock, and so much more. You guys do not want to miss this show. The release of Dwarf Among Midgets' new album, Chemical Dwarfare, is happening. You will hear the album in its entirety, other than the skits, obviously, right? You guys are going to play the
We
skits.
might put those on
You
the
guys
same
might just
side.
throw them out there.
Might do the skits.
I want to see them live. They need to be as they are on the album.
I don't think we're doing Razor Erection because I have Evil
Yeah.
Steven does the vocals on that,
Yeah,
and I
we
haven't
won't
learned
be
the
there
vocals yet.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But yeah, that one's going to be on our movie. That's
Yeah,
later
yeah.
on. That's a teaser.
Yeah.
But
We'll plug that on our podcast.
but we are going to do the rest of the entire. We are going to do the entire album. Other than that, and we're going to play some old stuff too. Some classics. You know, we might throw a couple of covers in there.
And if you're like, hey, I want to check out Dwarf Among Midgets before I can listen to their music, go
Me
check
too.
out the music video for Dedicini Alfredo and Goldar A Go-Go. The song is out. It's streaming everywhere. Go listen to it. It's on YouTube. It's
we're
everywhere.
going to do another music video soon too.
Yes.
Hells to
And
the
we've been doing
yes.
Harvest Fest for a while now, and it's fun every time.
Oh, yeah.
Like
So much
I never
fun.
not have
I
a
look
bad
forward
time.
to-
It's a good
And
time.
this year I'm dressing up as a clown.
That's because you're on acid every
Are
year
you-
too. Though. Of course you're going to have fun.
That is true.
Do you have
You're
like
dressing up
clowns
this year?
I'm dressing up as a clown.
Okay,
this
so
year.
last year Matty dressed up as a golden girl or something.
Yeah.
No.
That was a 16th birthday. Sweet
Yeah,
16.
It was our sweet 16,
Yeah,
so
it
I
was
wore
our
a prom
16.
dress.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, next year is our 18,
So we can
which means
smoke?
we're going to be legal, and it's the 10-year technically
smoke.
of Harvest Fest.
Oh, not
Remember
to
they switched
21.
it to
That's
21.
right.
It's technically it's the 10-year anniversary of Harvest Fest and the 18th of Dwarf. So we got to do
wow.
we got to do something special next year. I don't know what yet.
A
but
voting booth.
you can vote now. Vote for your favorite member of Dwarf.
Might try
I bet
to
I
get
win.
like some.
Oh, I don't know. I bet I win.
Some adult
You have
bouncy houses
personality.
or
I don't know.
something.
Kibblez will probably take it.
I'll dress up as a lottery
Sleeper,
ticket.
yeah. We're all fighting about it, and Kibblez comes out with all the votes.
That's a good thing on our podcast. We should do a poll to see who's your favorite dwarf member.
Oh, come on, guys. I'm never the favorite anything.
No, it's going to be Kibblez. You're my favorite Dwarf member.
Oh,
gonna-
well, good, 'cause
mine.
I'm my own favorite dwarf member, so I don't know what's
The Kokomo Press is going to put all of our weight behind.
Well, here's the thing.
Kibblez.
Here's the thing. We've been saying this for years. Like, if it was just me and if Kibblez wasn't in the band, me and Jesse would probably just clash about everything.
Yeah.
Kibblez is like it's like we're the parent. He's like, I don't want to see my parents fight, guys. Calm down. And like that's actually what happened when we broke up. It was like a thing. Like Kibblez was just kind of caught in the middle of it. But
Yeah, I was like, I had
diddle,
visitation
diddle.
rights.
Kibblez and
I had
diddle.
visitation rights, bro. I went and I visited Jesse, and we started a band, and like we went in Frankfurt and played, and I was over here hanging out with Matty on the side.
but the other thing,
And like I would like try to get information. So how's Matty doing?
I know. I did the same thing, and we're like, we don't want to talk to each other. We're like, no. My pride was like, how's he doing? Is he okay? Is he fine?
Will you tell Matty that? Hey, will you tell Messi? I
It was
felt
the
like
same
that-
man one day to
Yeah.
do band practice, and he's just in the dark, and you're like, "Where's that?" He turns the spotlight on you. And he's like, "I heard you were at Matty's today.
Our band,
Where have you been
That
all
was a
night?"
weird, it was a weird time because like we wanted to get back together, but we're too similar in that sense that we're
Too
like
much
prideful.
pride,
We're like,
yeah.
no, I ain't apologizing. He can apologize. No, I ain't
Kibblez-
apologizing.
our band is like an episode of Full House.
Yeah.
And I'm the Danny Tanner who brings everyone down, gives them a
And then,
hug.
you know,
and says,
what's-
look, guys.
I'm Uncle Jesse.
Here's the crazy thing
Have
about that
mercy.
period is, so yeah, we were apart for like a year, and then Harvest Fest 2, I think it was our 10-year anniversary as a band. So we're like, well, we got to get together and play at least one show for our 10-year, and we played that.
Probably the worst time we ever performed.
No.
No, it was- yeah.
I think you remember. I have it on video. We played really fucking good that time, and like I just remember looking out. It was like a sea of people. And everybody was like singing along. 'Cause they all thought it was the last Dwarf show, Yeah. And that was the night where I was like, it was the Harvestfest, and I was like, I don't want to stop this. Like, we need to get back together. We need to play some more shows, guys. And so then we slowly started playing more shows together. So, but it was a Harvestfest.
You guys slowly started hanging out together and talking.
Well, the other thing about Kibblez is the soul of Dwarf. If it was just me and Jesse, everything would just sound like a hardcore band. It'd be like breakdowns and heavy shit.
It'd be Glassjaw-ish with breakdowns.
The Kibblez brings the funk, and that's what makes Dwarf.
Yeah.
There's even like a Rokisaki. That song was just playing. That riff is heavy as hell, but you're like you hear that bass line. It makes it sound different. That's what. So Kibblez is the soul of Dwarf.
He showed up with flowers.
Get a little emotional here.
He showed up with a bottle of
he
Jack
has
Daniels.
no souls.
Yeah, I can't afford them.
He can't afford souls on his feet, but he's the soul of Dwarf.
You showed up with some
The only
weed.
soul he has.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you said, boys, here you go. Take your cock block.
There you go.
And get back
Get
together.
cock block, Get back
You guys will finally be
get back in the
happy.
closet, take a shit,
Yeah,
and
it's like
cock block.
it's hard. Yeah, I've heard stories from other people saying similar things like Harvestfest got me out of my funk, or Harvestfest. I went out there, I just had the time of my life.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like
Democracy Jones, Jordan Bell, dude. I'm telling you.
I look forward to
talks
this
about
every
his
year.
first-
People say this to me all the time. I look forward to this.
Jordan
every
talks
year.
about his first experience at Harvestfest, and like every time he tells me, I'm just like, man, that's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, he
Like,
came out and hung out. He was like, I'm surrounded by white people, but this is fun.
What's it?
right. But
Caleb-
it's just a good time.
Caleb and Allison.
Because that
they
doesn't
met
matter there.
at Harvestfest. Yeah, because she was dating Logan at the time, and Caleb always came. It was at my house, one of those, well, not really outhouse, but one of those live shows.
Yeah, and last year I did comedy, and my ex-girlfriend showed up. It was really awkward.
Did you start doing bits about it?
Yeah, I was like,
that's one of the best parts about Harvestfest is like somebody could show up that you may not have, but like you could just, there's plenty of space. It's like wide open. You could just go away from them.
yeah, we tried to film a movie there. It didn't work out.
Well, yeah.
TV show.
That was my
I forgot
fault.
about that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was my fault. 'Cause I didn't think about the
that.
edit of the background music.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
I brought it up, and he was like, "No, we'll be fine. We're gonna do it." And I was like, "Okay." And then I didn't articulate well enough exactly what I
didn't know
meant.
what you meant,
because I was
yeah.
like, "Won't it be a problem with continuity?" Because between he's like, "No, we'll be all
You
right."
need silence. Yeah, you need silence.
Yeah.
You should have been like, no, you're a fucking idiot.
No.
Listen to me.
Well, I
Yeah,
figured
you're
maybe
probably
you
right.
knew something.
That's what I do.
You know. Yeah.
That's what
he
He's
does,
telling me, fucking idiot.
You're like,
You're
no,
fucking
I have
idiot.
software.
And I'm like, well, let me rethink it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got an idea, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. I think we could have.
You're an idiot. I
We
got
could
it.
have ADR'd it in some way, especially because
Yeah.
we probably would have had a song or
tried.
something playing there.
I have the footage.
You do?
I've tried.
It's too much bleed through. Yeah.
The only way we can ADR, we'd have literally ADR the entire scene and do Foley on everything. We could. I mean,
That's
it would just be a
possible.
lot of work.
Yeah, I think, and we didn't finish the scene because we realized that.
Tommy Wiseau would have done it.
I had a bad time that year.
Yeah,
I was very. It was just I don't know what was going on.
Was that last year?
No, it was
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. That was like COVID shit, and they never like
Yeah.
it was like
It
21.
was the first one back, and we didn't skip, did we?
No, yeah, we did it in
2021.
2020. Even.
Yeah.
We even did one.
That's what I'm saying.
That was 2020.
That was the part. That was the year the most I think I've seen people because everybody was kept up the whole fucking
They're like-
year.
everyone was
and
sneaking
then
out.
August, everyone was like, "I want to party.
We need to
So,
party.
yeah, and it
except for
was
this year, I think this is going to be the biggest Harvest. I've had people come up to me and like, I'm going to Harvestfest. People that I know have never been.
No shit.
Matt Adams, shout out to Matt Adams. He's coming and he's excited for the comedy part. My friend Cassie, who's never been, she's going on her first like not a first, but like a new date. Is gonna go out to there. So
Oh, we had another outhouse
I know a
baby.
couple of those bringing their first dates.
it's gonna be. I'm telling you guys,
Well, tell
you
her.
do not want to miss Harvestfest this year. It's gonna probably be the
Yes.
biggest one we've ever had. We're gonna have vendors, food. There's gonna be
Music.
comedy, music. Dwarfs releasing their album. If you
camping.
miss this one, you're gonna be
Free
so
camping.
mad.
There's a
Campfire.
carnival there.
Yeah, bring out your tent.
It's
Camp out.
carnival-esque.
It's fun.
In other words, it's decorated with clowns, and I built a drunk confuser.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not really a haunted maze or nothing. It's not haunted.
Did you
There's
come up with that?
What he
It's
would-
just a maze. Yeah, it's a drunk confuser.
Did you just come up with that?
No, what he
You
did
need
was
to patent that
he went out to
shit.
the woods.
I like that.
I made this joke last night. Like he went out to the woods and he just put a sign on a tree that said "Enter here." So you just walk in and they're like,
Yeah.
they're drunk and confused in the woods.
a drunk confuser. That's what I call
He actually did build a thing in the woods, but like I just thought it'd be funny.
a drunk confuser. Is what I call when I accidentally put it in the ass. I'm like, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Wrong hole. Oh yeah.
Brown
You're
hole,
sorry. This is the
son.
third
My
time.
bad.
Won't you
I thought you said
come?
come fast.
Check out Harvestfest. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this up, guys. It's been an
Yes.
hour and a half, and he's got practice. He's got resin AD practice.
Yep.
He's got to get ready for Harvestfest this
Yes,
week.
sir. We
have a Harvestfest
Come check it
meeting.
out. September 30th. Come out. What time? 4 p.m. starts, right?
4 p.m. gates open. Yeah, I think The music starts at 6.
Yeah. You can come out a little bit early if you want to hang out and help with anything.
There will be set up your camp area.
there's food there.
The drum circle and the acoustic jams are probably going to be going on right
all
when the gates
day.
open. So yeah, anytime after 4 p.m. we're going to be going. I think the guac box is staying until 10.
Yeah.
He did say if people are eating at 10 though, he said we're sticking around till
make more
nobody's
money.
eating anymore.
Yeah, make more money.
Usually the music goes until like midnight. So
Yeah.
And we really want to
8
support
hours.
the guac box guys.
Yeah.
So like, bring everything
he's
you got.
doing us a favor.
If you're not hungry, donate.
Yeah, he had another booking actually for a wedding, and he had a huge guarantee on it. He figured it out though. They're going to do a taco bar there and still bring the truck out.
Yeah.
But I felt bad. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to spend as much money as I can here because he's doing us a solid coming out. And
Last year I brought a shit ton of money to spend in the other taco truck.
this is what you
We
do.
don't talk about Bruno. No.
So this is what you do.
About rancho.
You rob something from the vendor,
Rancho.
sell it to another vendor, use that money, buy some guac box.
Don't rob the vendors.
Yeah, don't rob the vendors. Don't take Jesse's. Don't be like Jesse.
Here's the thing, yeah. Like, here's the thing. The whole festival, the entrance and the music and the comedy, everything, all that stuff's free. So just bring some spending money, and you know, there's a lot of really cool like local stuff.
He takes cards too.
Support the local arts, support local business. The walk boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 1 hour away, but they're still local. They're friends of ours. You know, like the
They support local. Dwarfs played. I mean, has Resin played out there yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
This is their third
Lucifist
time.
plays out there.
No,
Great
different.
Gardens played out there.
yeah.
Like we've all. There's been a ton of local bands that have played out there with
Nick
these
always
guys.
gives us love.
And these guys take care of you. So like, we're gonna take care of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think once people try this walk, man, I went
so
there and I was like, walk box, we'll see. And I ate it and I was like,
It's good.
This shit's delicious.
Yeah.
We did it before a show with Grey Garden when we played at the North End Pub. Shameless plug of the North End Pub.
I love that place.
Check them out as well. But like seriously, the food's going to be great. Bring your money. It's free to get in. Spend your money on trinkets and fucking
all
food.
the vendors
Have a
and
good
stuff.
time.
There's like some cool like woodworking stuff. There's a lot of different and it's all local.
Yeah.
It's all from the local area. So support your local business and your local arts. Let's grow this whole community.
But by no means do you need to have money to have a great time at this show.
If you're broke, come out anyway.
Yeah, come on out. It's
I'll
going
buy
to be
you
a
a
great
sandwich.
time. I'll buy you a sandwich.
buy you
It's one of us. We'll hit you up.
We'll have some snacks. I'm going to have some waters for people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I wanna
actually
make
have the
sure
4 sandwich. So
everyone's
if you guys
taken
need
care
a
of.
4 sandwich, we'll have this
Hell yeah.
available for
And
anybody.
there is
It's still okay.
There's an
Okay.
actual blue box this year.
Yeah.
So
You needed the money.
Ladies, there's a place to actually go to the bathroom now. A real
Hell
porta potty.
yeah. Is there?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
We stole it from the
We
union.
growing.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome. So there's an outhouse for the fellas because this is an outhouse.
Yeah, it's called Trees.
No. That's our house.
And then we're gonna have a blue box for the ladies. It's gonna be a fun time, man. It's camping, so you should know that if you shit in the woods, you gotta shit in the woods.
Bring your tents.
Bring your tents.
This shit's gonna get intense.
It's like a carnival, so it should be intense.
Yeah.
Do not shit in tents. I don't know why you said that.
Don't
Do
shit in my tent.
Why not?
please.
This is what? Go ahead. No.
I was gonna say we're gonna set up some games and stuff too. We're gonna have cornhole out there and have like some beer pong and
Yeah.
stuff.
And
we're gonna try to make it a
Big
little more-
fire.
tetherball.
Every
Yeah,
Fire.
tetherball.
Tetherball. I couldn't remember the name of
That's
it.
the biggest attraction.
What's that ball
I'm gonna
you
put solar
tether?
lights up.
You
and that's-
tether.
Didn't we
that's
break the
what we do.
tetherball pole last year?
Yeah. Has to
Yeah.
be fixed.
We're gonna fix it, but
Yeah. It's going to be a good time. So come on out. Free show, free everything except for the food. So bring a little money for that. But other than that, it's going to be nothing but a good time. This is Harvest Fest 10th festival out there. So it's been done and it's going to be done even bigger this year. Lots of bands, comedy, music, vendor. It's going to be the best. Man.
September 30th, Google Miami Open Air Auditorium.
Yes.
Miami
It's on
Open
there.
Air
Yeah.
Auditorium.
Yep,
Find
it's on
it.
there.
It's on there. Miami
And
Open Air Auditorium.
I heard a little bit of Jordan's comedy. It's gonna be.
We're going to have a good time. And Messi even
it's
kind of
gonna be
ruined,
after
raunchy.
4
he
o'clock.
ruined one of his jokes during the show
Yes,
here.
I
So
did,
you guys
yeah.
missed it.
Messi is actually, Messi's introducing
I'm
the
hosting
comics.
it.
He's hosting.
I'm excited.
He's going to
Yeah.
introduce all the comics in between.
This dude's playing in 2 bands and hosting.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
He's going to be working
and
his
he's
ass
going to be
off.
on
Stage tech.
psychedelics.
Yeah, and stage tech. I get all the drum sets.
He's
all.
gonna be my partner clown. So I got the whole clown get up going. I got a little act
They're both going to be
going.
clowns. I'm dressing like I
So-
normally dress. I dress up every fucking year.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll sound
tired
like
of it.
that.
I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts this time.
I love it, man.
But it was funny. I was talking to Kibblez, and I was like, I got this weird vibe that like we're gathering in the woods and playing comedy and music and dressed up as clowns.
Oh, no.
I was like,
It's a mini gathering.
There's gonna be it's like
Whoop,
nothing
whoop.
but clowns.
Yeah, exactly. And I was
There's
like,
gonna be
oh
nothing
my
but
God.
clowns in my maze, but it has nothing to do with
The
that.
gathering of the Wiggalos.
Wiggalos.
Oh no!
It's 16 clowns. It is Dwarf Among Midgets Mythos. We are not affiliated
The
with
mythos of Wiggalos.
Yes,
The Wiggalos.
it is 16 clowns. Is the theme of our carnival-esque thing.
16
So
clowns.
yeah, we have an
I see if you
upcoming
had the
movie,
cards.
but we'll talk about that at a later time.
You got grapes. You got grapes from 16 Clowns.
Go to Harvestfest.
Go to Harvestfest. Check it out. This has been the Kokomo Press Podcast with Dwarf Among Midgets. In the green chair we have
Messi.
In the black chair we have
Kibblez.
In the red chair we have
Matty.
And I'm Jordan Granger. Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. We love you.
Later. Deuces.
Hey, you just listened to the Kokomo Press Podcast. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you had a great time. If you did, go ahead and like us, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell, do all the things to help us get seen. Go find us over on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Like us, follow us there. And if you want to really, really help us out, we now have a new thing called Facebook subscriptions. It's only $4.99 a month, and it helps us build out even more than what we have already. Helps us get more equipment, helps us put money into shows, because we give you comedy shows. We give you guys skits. We give you guys podcasts. We give you guys jokes. And if you want to be a part of a group of people that actually get to talk to us and tell us your input first and get to directly speak to us and maybe even, help us write some of these jokes, you can be a part of the group. Join that subscriber base. It's only $4.99 a month, and it's not a lot, but it helps us out tremendously. And it's going to give you an opportunity to maybe win some merch here and there. We're going to do a lot of fun things with our subscribers. So please check us out everywhere you can. And if you want to, subscribe to our page. Thanks for listening to this podcast. We love you. Thank you. 2 kisses.